There we go. What is going on? Hey guys. Sorry about the delay there for a second. Tons of computer issues. Still working this stuff out. Still figuring out the stream. Thought I had things set and ready to go. Tell you what, before I get started here, I'm gonna just I'll post this onto
Instagram.
Post this onto Facebook. Post it onto Facebook. Get some more people into here. Let's see. Pop over into the studio on here. All right, we got anybody in the chat yet? So if you've got your tea, we're going to be drinking Old Warrior, and we do have the lovely Llama with us today. Love the hat. Yes, we do have some hats now, which is pretty awesome. Very excited about that. And we've got some awesome shirts like Llama's Baby Dragon shirt, my Altered State hoodie and stuff. It's on the side.
Yeah.
Ro, what's going on? Thanks for checking it out. We're going to get started in just a second. I just want to, what do I want to do? I wanted to post it to Facebook really quick.
Yep, it's so awkward.
And get some more people out here to take a look at it, to watch it with us. There we go. How do I do that? How do I get a shareable link? There we go.
Hey, this is pretty
Pop
good.
to Facebook.
It's the first time I've done this time.
It's the Tea Fairy. Tea Fairy's joining us all the way from Canada. It actually is Midnight Tea Club where she is.
Actually, we're the same time zone, right?
No, she's not. I think she's on the other side. So it's like 12:30. So it's like I say, it's it's midnight somewhere.
We're close to midnight. 9:30.
Midnight-ish. It's midnight somewhere. Midnight somewhere. Here we go. All right. So create a post. Sorry guys, I just want to make sure that we get a bunch of people in for this. It'll be kind of fun. Let's see. Join us for Midnight Tea Club, and I spelled midnight wrong. There we go.
Perfect.
Done.
Hey, Jack.
All right.
Is here.
Jake is here, and Jake is actually also drinking Changtai Memorial, which we are going to be drinking.
How did you know?
I gave him the heads up. I gave him the heads up, but I think he was already drinking it. Let's see. All right, so that's there. All right.
10:35. Oh, so we just have 1 hour difference. Nice. Oh. That's
There we
really
go.
good.
Post it there. Oh, and sure, why not? I'll toss it in the Discord chat.
Hello, everyone. So nice to see everybody. Drink Changtai and Old Warrior. That's awesome. What do you drink the exact thing?
And Roxanne has it as well. She's got it all set up. She's got it there as well. Okay.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I gave her the heads up, and we'll get some people in here. We're gonna start off with Memorial.
Okay.
They can't see it from there. So that's the Memorial on that one. This is this is Memorial here, right?
This is Memorial. That's Old Warrior.
All right, we're gonna go in silver. We're gonna brew silver today.
How about you guys?
Midnight Tea Club. What are you guys brewing in? You got gaiwans, teapots, clay. I know Jake has quite a cool collection of teapots, so I hope he's taking advantage of one of those right now because he's got some pretty awesome stuff. So everything's going good. The audio and everything is all tuned in. You guys can see everything. Sorry we can't really get both of us like centered into a different. We'll get a different tea tasting setup eventually, but right now this is kind of just like our little tea tasting table. We'll get something. We'll get something that's a little bit more conducive to 2 people behind it. This one here is kind of it's designed in China, and so you're designed to have like 1 tea master sitting behind the table, like giving the tea out. It's not really designed for like 2 tea masters plural behind the table.
Thank you.
Yes. All right. Let's see. This is your cup. This is my cup.
Yeah, I'll use my cup.
We'll get it figured out. Get it figured out here, guys. Yeah, as soon as I went to get everything all set up, got everything all set, organized, and the audio didn't work. And so it's like a panic moment, rebooting machines, replugging cables. Just trying to very quickly figure out what it is. I'll put your cup there, that'll probably work.
Yeah, I'm glad it's all worked out.
Yes, because I was like, everybody's waiting. They want they want to have some tea with us.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you guys have Memorial, Changtai Memorial, or if you have Old Warrior, that's what we're going to be brewing with today. So pull them out and see if you can stick with us steep for steep. I know you can. I know Roxy can. All right. What I got to figure out is how to make that chat a little bit bigger. It's kind of far away.
Yeah. I can't read.
There you go. He's brewing in his commissioned Dichao Ching pot. That's pretty cool. I bet you I can come over here. Where's my, there we go. Where's my mouse for this?
It's two screen there. Which one?
What's that?
I'm still trying to get familiar.
Still trying to get familiar with it? Let's see. All right.
Oh, got you. One is what we can say. One is what other people can say.
That's the live stream. Lamo's behind the scenes today. Let's see. Nope.
Oh yeah, it's looking really good.
Oh, actually, there we go. That
Okay.
actually bumped it up. That bumped it up, made it really nice. Nice. Okay, now I can read things very, very clearly. Okay. Yeah. Let's do this. Nice little focus on our silver pot here, glowing in the light. I like the silver pot. We save it for special occasions. Lama, please show the audience what we'll be drinking today.
Oh, where's the camera? It's right here, right?
Camera's right there in the center. You're gonna get burned on that though.
Okay, so this is what we're going to drink. It's 100 gram tall. It's a pu-erh, but it's been aged for almost 2 decades.
Almost 2 decades, almost 20 years old.
Yeah, it's getting darker.
Hey Arby, what's going on? Thanks for joining us. Jacob, how is Troublemaker? Been looking for that for a while, dude. Troublemaker is such a good tea. Such a good tea. It's the name's actually really fitting. It's a very smoky old sheng, but man,
it's very powerful.
It's a very, 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 very powerful tea. It just makes me feel happy when I'm drinking it. I like it a lot.
And a very strong tobacco feel to me. Smokiness.
Yes. On the Discord chats, people are curious that Lamu is actually wearing the Crimson Lotus leggings that we got on the site. Yes, you can see them. You can see them right down there. She does have the Crimson Lotus leggings on, which look amazing. They no, it's perfect.
It's kind of funny at the beginning, the design.
I know. I told people, yeah.
But it's actually worked out super fun.
These are really nice leggings. They're very nice leggings. Yes. So that was in the Discord chat. People were making fun of me for releasing tea leggings, but I like them.
Maybe
she looks good in them.
Yoga while having tea.
Yeah, you should do some. You should have your own like yoga tea streaming channel. Actually, I'm gonna have that right there. That's the way to do it. Do it with Nicole. Sockbird is brewing in a lowly, non-commissioned Gaiwan.
Nice.
It's all good, man. Just make the tea work for you. Ooh, there we go. It's got those. It's got just that really nice. It's got a really nice, clean aged aroma. This is easily one of my favorite old teas. I didn't tell you, but I took a couple of them out of the inventory so that we wouldn't run out here.
Oh. I'm not surprised.
I made some ninja inventory edits today, and some of the Changtai Memorial. I saw we were getting a little bit low on the Seattle inventory, and I'm like, well, I don't want to run out here, so.
This tea reminds me when we go hiking or camping.
Yeah, it's got really nice camping. Northwest foresty, woodsy mineral notes. If you guys have never been hiking and camping in the Pacific Northwest, Jake knows what I'm talking about. These teas smell like the forests smell out here. Never get high on your own supply. That's wise, and it's wise. I should pay advice to that. Should pay attention to that. Tell you what, top me up there if you can. There we go. Look at that. Nice. It's really clean, really clear. Thank you, Lamo. Look at that. Like tag team tea brewing going on.
Put too much water.
Whew. It's really good. It's really good. This is gonna be fun. It's a nice session. I like this tea a lot. We actually save our own supply for special occasions. We actually It's probably been a while since we drank this the last time, right? What do you think? When was the last time we drank it?
I think we've been drinking new tea recently, so.
Primarily been drinking the new tea. A lot of the, been drinking a lot of Believe. Believe is quite nice. All right,
yeah, I think in the morning we just want some pu'er to get going. Oh, this is pu'er.
This is pu'er. Yeah, generally something younger, something younger and punchier is what we go for.
But before we go to bed, these are really good.
Yeah, and finished up with a nice little session of the Old Warrior will be nice. Okay, it's got a tea drain emergency here, guys. Let me just take care of it real quick. Sorry about that.
You have the
Good thing I got a handful of tools here. Everybody knows what it's about. Tea drain just gets jammed.
If you give me a tool, I can poke it for you.
Sorry, guys.
My cup's
I'm gonna wash it. I'm gonna wash your cup. There we go. There we go. Crisis averted. Sorry about that, guys.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, midnight tea club. Got the kids put to bed. Just Lamo and I. Everybody in the chat. Just gonna sit down, Kung Fu and chill. Have some nice tea. There we go. That's nice. We did this last Saturday night, and we ended up brewing tea for almost 2 hours or something like that. Roxana's hoarded 4 of those memorials. She can't get enough. It is such a good tea.
Really nice.
Such a good tea, and I'm really excited that we're able to get some more of them. The 2007 Changtai, hopefully within another couple years. Although I can't imagine just 4 years the Changtai Memorial going from what it is now into this.
Oh yeah.
This is just really special. It's got a lot of really nice age on it.
Yeah. How long has tea been in Seattle?
This one's only been here this year. I think we got it actually shipped in this year. We had a bunch that was stored and aged here for a while, but not anymore. We actually had a lot of top of the clouds that was stored here for a long time, but we sold through all that and we got a new shipment. Jake recently just picked up some more of both these. There's 3 more in the Seattle inventory. So whoever wants them quickly. Yes, after my ninja inventory edit. We had 79 yesterday, but no. Ooh, silver. That's the one thing about silver pots, guys. They get hot. These cables, these cords on them really help. So if you came here from the Discord chat, thank you guys for the invite into that cool group. I had some fun chatting with you guys in there yesterday. Thank you for letting a vendor into your hallowed chat grounds. Try not to be too spammy.
Don't post advertisement every day.
No. In fact, I got a little stressed about posting the Midnight Tea Club link into the pu'er group. I don't want to get banned too soon. Joshua, what's going on? Thanks for joining us on the TCs. I'm still trying to figure out if anybody knows about YouTube streaming setups, what I actually have to do to get the live chat to actually store in my video after the fact, because it doesn't give me that option. It's a little bit disappointing because I would really like the live chat to be able to be seen in there. YouTube notoriously has no support at all. So if anybody knows anything about live streaming stuff and how to get the live chat to replay, I don't have the option to turn that on, which is kind of sad, because I would really like if you're watching this stream after the fact to be able to see the comments, because there's a lot of good comments. So I'll read them out, because that'll just have to make do. There's Zealousy. What's going on, man? Zealousy had the Ginny in tow. That's the brother, the twin. Yeah. The twin to this one, the other one. We
discovered both of them at the same time.
Got them both at the same time.
Surprisingly, how different they taste like.
They are different, and that one we can't get any more of that one. This is the only one that we've gotten more of.
I prefer this one anyway.
I prefer this one to the other one.
Because this one have much
more age taste, yeah.
Than the other one. No.
Everybody wants to know if I am absolutely certain that I'm not Scott under the beard. I can't even believe you'd ask that.
You need to ask Scott.
What is that? What is going on? That's tea trolling right there. I'm gonna kick you off my channel. Jarrett says to Jacob that Troublemaker is one of his favorites. He's new to pu'er, coming off mostly greens and oolongs, but I love its smoky tobacco notes. I know, Troublemaker is it's just great. Just great. I love that art.
For your brother who like the alcohol, what's that?
If you're into Scotch, or you're into pipe tobacco or smoking cigars, that one there is a real win.
And the smoking does have lots of different types.
There are different types of smoking.
That one is really pleasant one.
Yep. Jacob says he just got paid. We're going to make him very happy, but his wallet's going to be very sad.
Oh, it's November, December.
Yeah, everybody's wallets start to hurt this time of year. Jake says Changtai is one of his favorite factories. Me too. In fact, of all the factories that we've had the pleasure of dealing with, like the bigger independent factories, the people at Changtai are so nice. They're so nice. They're so kind. They're always warm and welcoming when we come in to hang out with them and stuff like that. Which is probably one of the reasons why we've continued to find opportunities to do business with them when specific productions of theirs come up on the market. We've got feelers out for certain teas that we like a lot, like Top of the Clouds and Memorial. Basically everybody in Changtai knows if this goes on the market to let us know, because we kind of like first dibs on it, which certainly helps because these are really nice teas.
And we visited the Changtai factory in Dadugang once.
We did, yeah.
It was huge. And the storage is impressive.
Yeah, they had
to the ceiling.
I think it was just like with this multiple buildings all connected, like massive buildings, like 50-foot ceilings, something like that.
Yeah.
And it was almost floor to ceiling full of just mao cha, just stacked bag, end after end after end. They had this huge blending room upstairs where they would do the blending, and then it would come down these chutes right to the pressing station, like as they needed it, so they could just sit there, just like churn out like a ton of cakes.
I think Xiaoguan factory is the same too.
Oh, Xiaoguan's the same, but at like even more insane level. But the Xiaoguan one was pretty tricky. They didn't want to let us in. We had to pull some connections to get into Xiaoguan, but Changtai was pretty nice.
They are really open.
Sockford says usually Gong Fu and Chill is lights down low while listening to Goa Trance. It's weird brewing tea and watching TV. I'm sorry to mess up your Gong Fu and Chill vibe.
Hi, Lucy.
Oh, is Lucy on? I could turn the lights down. I can turn the lights down here. I'd put some Goa Trance on or something like that, but I'm sure I'd get like some copyright claim on YouTube. They're just, they do not like you having music in the background. So maybe I just need to get something like my friends to make some
music,
custom Gong Fu and Chill music. Sockbird, you do some music stuff. Maybe you could. I think
we have customers that like to play instruments.
Yeah, we've got some customers that like to play instruments. I just need to get some royalty-free music to pump onto the background. Something a little chill. It's a little awkward, like not having any music, but I know like I'd get some strike on my channel on YouTube, and that would be awkward. Sockbird's favorite factory is Hyundai. It says a lot. That Hyundai green cars. Oh, let's see. Troublemaker. Jake says Troublemaker is to pu'er like Ardbeg is to Scotch. I'm assuming Ardbeg is a Scotch brand that I'm not familiar with. All the good Scotch has Glen in it, so there's no Glen in Ardbeg. So if you guys ever notice, it's all my name's very important in the Scotch world. Jacob, yeah, Xiaoguan is delicious. Oolong Owl, what is going on? Oolong Owl actually has bought one of the Baby Dragon shirts.
Yeah, I'm wearing right now.
She's got it.
It's super cute.
Llama's got it on. You're gonna love it.
I like it.
I knew that. Yeah, I knew you'd be excited for that shirt. So how did you fare in the Black Friday tea madness, Oolong Owl? I saw that you were reorganizing your massive tea collection, and so I thought maybe you were potentially jockeying for more space for Black Friday tea deals. It shipped. It already shipped. Nice. Awesome. That's great. Like Baby Dragon design is so cool. I wish Daisy had hopped into the chat. I think I messaged her, but she's pretty busy this weekend. Stasia generally runs a lot of weekend fairs and type things this time of year, but with the COVID and stuff, she's not doing any of that. So she's been just doing all of her shipping direct off of her site and stuff like that. So I was chatting with her about it, and she had a fairly good weekend. So she's probably busy, packing orders, which I actually spent most of today doing. Yeah. So managed to get one shipment of orders out to the postman, but we'll probably get more out and take it to the post office tomorrow and drop it off. Jacob Hamlin, you did. You missed a restock of Dark Depths in the Seattle inventory. We shipped a bunch here. Only 2 tongs arrived.
Oh, really? I thought we have more arrived.
No, that's all that ended up actually making it from the packages that survived. So 2 tongs, and those 2 tongs sold out very, very quickly yesterday. So I'm sorry about that. So we have more on the way, but these things just take time, and packages just they have their own mind this year. They just go on.
I think we're really blessed previous years. I never thought the package would get lost.
Yeah, I know. We got really lucky in previous years. Oolong Owl, Black Friday, a big TV. So needs to straddle the Puma. Oh, okay. So you got a big TV. Get a big TV there. Nice. Got your little entertainment battle station. Yeah. Now that people are spending a lot more time at home, they're investing more in their entertainment setups or in home remodels and things. In the past, you just go out to the movies, go out to the restaurants, and now it's just like, well, it's gotta stay home.
In the home. Yeah. Is there any good deal of TV?
Yeah, we were looking for some stuff, but we just didn't really have the space yet. We've got to do some changes.
For the kids.
Yeah, the kids do a lot of circle time, sit in front of like the camera and stuff like that. So we were thinking if they had like a bigger screen, it might be more fun for them and stuff. But we're still working on it. Jacob Hamlin says Oolong Owl has an insanely impressive t-stash. She does. She does. It's very impressive. Although I've been in the Discord chat now for a day and looking at some of the pictures that people are posting of their like little Pumador setups and things, and that's pretty cool. There's some really awesome, a lot of fun ideas that people are doing with their Pumador setups. Arby, you've got a nice Pumador setup you've got going on, right? I think you've been posting some about that on Reddit. I like to see how people are, the creativity people have when they're putting together their little tea storage stations. It's kind of fun to see people experimenting with temperature and humidity, and taking a dead cake and invigorating it. It's really cool to see that happening actually in the community.
Yeah. So people can learn from each other, which is nice. This tea still have lots of sheng notes for me.
It does have lots of sheng notes for it. Well, I think actually the silver, I think the last time we had it was probably in clay.
Yeah.
And I think the silver is actually enhancing the sheng notes. It's kind of like bringing up the highs.
Yeah.
It's kind of making it like a little bit more bitter than it usually is. Kind of bringing out some of those things. I think it would be an entirely different tea in clay right now, but that's kind of interesting. All right, Sockbert's done. Sockbert's tapping out. That's right. You did your family Thanksgiving today, right, for the Alabama Auburn game. So he's too full from his late Thanksgiving.
Turkey. Yeah, I remember.
Well, you can just do dry gong fu. That's where there's just no water. You just go through the motions. It's not the same. If you got to tap out, you got to tap out. I understand, man. No worries. Lucy says we are brewing Old Warrior. She's going to join in on that brew. Yeah, we started with the Changtai Memorial. I like to do sheng before show. Generally, I find that that sheng generally like brings me up, and show kind of like mellows down. So if I did it like the opposite that way, it would mess everything up, because we still actually have to sleep after this.
Yeah, we would do Old Warrior after.
Yeah, we'll do Old Warrior after Memorial's done. So, yeah, Lucy. So, like I mentioned to you, we did actually get a Black Friday deal on a jet boil, which I'm pretty excited about. I'm excited about going out and doing some more camping and hiking, tea brewing in a light and portable package.
That would save so much room.
So it'll save a lot of room. Yeah, it's actually, we got the compact model one that's basically just enough to kind of quickly brew up something for the gong fu to go. Just kind of like tea right in that and stuff. Yeah, and usually when we're out like hiking and stuff, we bring in some little instant like add hot water meals and things, and so that'll actually be fun for that if you could fill that up for me. Great. Sure. That'll actually work out really, really nice for that. Anytime there's like a deal at Costco on like the Mountain House like mega box, we always like stack up on one of those just in case.
But this year the emergency food are sold out so fast. Every time I'm going to Costco, it's always sold out.
Yeah, everybody wants to buy emergency food this year, which is, makes sense. Makes sense. Thanks, Ange. Yeah, no, it was. I've been looking at them for a while. They're pretty pricey though, and but I was excited to that they had like a little excited they had a little Black Friday sale. What are you looking for?
Water.
Oh, actually, it's probably in the kitchen. Thanks. Yeah, I was excited. They had like 25% off on the Jetboil site, which was I thought was pretty generous. Do you guys use like the Jetboil branded fuel packs, or do you get the like the budget secondary ones? Didn't miss any chat, did I? What's going on up there? Got to get some more. Got to get some more people in here. I usually send a message to my little private friend pool on Signal or something. Get some of my friends in here. Maybe I should do that real quick. But a lot of them aren't even tea drinkers. They just come in to mess with me, and none of their comments actually show up in the chat. The comments aren't tea related. They're just making fun of me in the tea chat.
I think this tea have quite a bit of energy for me.
Yeah, no, this is good. RB asks. RB asks, what's the water like for this session, tap, bottle, etc.? Generally, what I really like to do is there's a natural artesian aquifer about a mile or two from our house, and I like to go there and get water, but it's just been too hard to go out there and get that stuff lately. So we've just got a pretty simple tap and Brita filter setup that has been works fairly well for us. So better water definitely makes a difference. But I don't get to. I need to join the pound water group on the Discord and see what their big recommendations are. Generally, like that artesian aquifer is like some of the better water that I've had, specifically stuff that's like naturally available in the area. But other than that, I think the Brita filter actually does well enough for what we need.
Yeah, I remember when we were in Kunming, somebody will bring water to you, and actually different brand will taste different because some water itself already sweet. Yeah. So yeah, you gotta be. Yeah,
there's water delivery people in Kunming, which is pretty awesome. They've got little tiny scooters that have like 25-gallon jugs all like strapped around it, and they'll just take it and they'll like lug all the way upstairs, 6 flight of stairs. They carry it on their back, bring you water delivery. You just like punch a button on your phone and boom, they bring you new water, which is pretty awesome. So the first time we were in Kunming, sat down with all the different like water providers and found the one that I thought did the best, and then we just kind of stuck with that. You just got to make it consistent and learn to like work with the water, because if you start doing different things and one day you're using this and next day you're using that brand, your sessions maybe just kind of all over the place. Getting some party crashers. Let's see. John Huang, what's going on? Thanks for joining in. Yeah, we were just talking about the Jetboils. I think you had mentioned that to me in chat there. Oh, Gently Smiling Jaws, what's going on? It's good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're doing well. Drinking some Changtai Memorial with us tonight and really enjoying it. That's awesome. That's great. I like it when everybody can like have the same tea at the same time. It really actually kind of makes it feel like it's a nice session.
Feels like we're really drinking tea together.
Jacob Hamlin says, would you recommend the Changtai to someone who doesn't have clay or silver to brew it in? I usually only brew in my Gaiwan. Absolutely. No, this tea is absolutely delicious in a Gaiwan. In fact, we usually drink it in a Gaiwan, which is why we both commented on how interesting the experience is in silver, which is contrary to how we normally drink it. I think it actually probably tastes more aged in a Gaiwan.
Yeah, they're more smooth. This one still have some Shen personality, and this tip is pretty strong for me.
In the Discord chat, Kabokia wants to say that it needs to figure out how to make a big table like this. Yeah, you could. You just need to get a really big tree, and you've got to be able to have the woodworking tools. But somebody in China made this one. We actually were lucky enough to find it at an antique shop, like a Chinese antique shop for sale, just a couple miles from our house when we were first starting our business. It came with like chairs and everything, and this has been the centerpiece of our tea tasting. We take this, it's light enough, I can actually pick it up, we can carry it, we can take it to tea tasting events, take it to the Northwest Tea Festival.
It's super cool.
Put it in the car, take it all the way down to Portland. We've got a little tiny hatchback Nissan Juke. I can toss this in the back, take it down to Portland. And as soon as you have this, like at a tea festival, like this is just a magnet. Like everybody wants to come over and have tea on it, and why wouldn't they? It's a beautiful table. We've put a lot of tea sessions through this table.
Definitely well used.
Jake Knapp just did a spring water run up near Mount Baker. That's nice. There's probably some really nice stuff up that way. That's pretty cool.
Oh, I love Mount Baker.
Yeah, yeah, we can see Mount Baker, but Jake's definitely a lot closer to it than we are.
Yep.
Sockbird says Black Friday Cyber Monday code is valid at $50 and over. My item is $49.99.
Sometimes I think they did that intentionally.
He's talking about us.
Oh, it's us. So simple.
You could PM me afterwards, and I can.
We can make it more expensive.
I can figure it out. I'll go ahead and just make that tea $50 for you. I'll add a penny to your order so that you can get your.
Is this marketing strategy?
That's awesome. Yeah, Tornham, where'd you guys get the gorgeous tea table? Yeah, it's actually a pretty cool story. I saw it in the back of this little Chinese antique shop, which is on the highway near our home here in north of Seattle, and it's like I immediately knew what it was. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm looking in that back corner. Like, check out that tea table. Like, that's just amazing. This was actually before we'd actually been to China, right, Lamu? I think it was before we'd been to China, and I was like, dude, look at that table. That table just looks gorgeous. But we were just starting our business, and we literally had like
nothing,
no money at all. And they're like, I sell it to you for $5,000, and I'm like, no way, no way. And I'm like, and they were like mad that I didn't want to like buy it immediately for $5,000. They're like, any tea shop in America would gladly pay $5,000 for this. And I'm like, well, you know what? Then you should sell it to them. And so like we went to the grocery shopping next door. I was a little miffed about it. And then she like chased us down. She's like, 4,000. She's just like yelling at us, 4,000. I'm like, no, I'm serious. Like, it's still not. And she's like, 3,000. I'm like, no, I really can't. So, but I knew in my head, I'm like, I've already knocked 2,000 off of it. So she left. But I knew that they were going out of business, and they were going to be going out of business like in another month. And it was fully going out of business and like moving everything back to Taiwan. And like, who would want to like take something like this and pack it up and ship it all the way back to Taiwan, right? I knew they wouldn't do that. And so every week I went back there and I just kept talking to him, working with him, just talking to him, working on it, and kept working it down.
Yeah.
And then we were there like the day before they were done. Like it was like literally the last day of their business. They were going to be going to Taiwan the next day. If it wasn't leaving, I don't know what they were going to do with it. So talking to the guy now, and I'm like, man, like I want this tea table. I've got cash and I got a truck. And I can take it like right now, and I'll give you cash money for it. And he's like, well, like what can you do? And I was like, I could do 400. And he's just like, man, there's no way. He's like, there's no way. Can you do anything better than 400? And I was just like, I'll do 450. And he's just like, okay. All right, fine, just take it. And so like that's the story of my like super awesome like tea table deal. And we have put so much, and that was like all we had with like, that was like a significant portion of our business money at that point in time. That was a big chunk of change.
Yeah, and it's about the same cost if you buy in China. But if you're adding shipping, the shipping is really like twice price of the. Oh,
the shipping to ship it here would have been crazy. And they actually don't let you ship these out of China anymore. They're not allowed to export because people are just cutting down every single tree, and that's just no good. I think I steeped this one pretty long. I was telling my story. I got distracted.
Have a good night, Oolong.
Oh, hey, Oolong Owl. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for coming out. I wish you could come over for tea. You guys don't realize this Oolong Owl lives like a mile from our house, and we just never ever get to see her anymore, which is kind of disappointing. Roxanne says, Jacob, I do drink occasionally. It's Changtai Memorial in porcelain. I concur 100%. It doesn't need clay. It does not need to be clay to be fully enjoyed. Yeah. It can actually work quite well in porcelain.
Very sweet aftertaste.
Jacob says, Hamlin says, awesome. Sometimes I get intimidated or worried that because I don't have fancy Yixing or silver pot, it's not going to be as good. Don't worry about it, man. Like
good
a good
tea, yeah.
And this is one of the reasons why we test all of our teas just in a porcelain gaiwan, because I really want the tea to be able to shine itself. And then if somebody actually takes that and they want to experience it and enhance that experience in clay or enhance it in silver, they can. But the tea itself really needs to shine by itself. Gently smiling jaws. Oh, this is nice. Actually, it's really, really juicy. Gently smiling jaws. The tea table find is an amazing story. You really meant to go into that tea business. I guess so. This was. It was definitely meant to be, and we've certainly put a lot of love into this tea table. I can't really even imagine not having it anymore, because it's been the focus of like so many people coming over for tea, and focus of like a lot of our like product photography and things, and so it's definitely a part of our life. And I don't think it had even been used before we did it. There were no stains or anything, and so new. I've had to like refinish it multiple times, and I just put a lot of water through it. Yeah,
I think in my hometown, those table is really popular in the home. So every family we got a corner just tea table, so people just can gather there and social and having tea. Yeah,
you'll find a table like this literally in every single home in China, and this would almost be like a kid-sized table, right? This is
if people say those massive,
a fairly small one. You guys can look online. The pictures of these tea tables are just
but it's so funny.
Massive.
The table I have in my home, my uncle made it, but they didn't fully dry off that table. So that table has been in my home for like 4 years.
Yeah.
Still, the bugs came out.
Yeah. So that's my office when I'm in her Kunming home is behind a tea table that's a little bit bigger than this. Like she said, her uncle made it, but they didn't get the processing right. It was like still wet. It's just like it's gorgeously carved, but it just like it wasn't sealed right, and it's like there's still bugs inside of it. They'll like crawl out and like look at you while you're drinking tea, and then kind of like worm their way back into the table. And you're like, well, like my tea pet's back. It is kind of funny. John Huang is brewing up some 2016 Emerald Sea. Just got his cake not too long ago. Much thanks for your recent hyping, dude. That's such a good tea. I was sitting down there today, like as I was packing up some orders. Somebody bought a tone and a cake, and I still have to ship out that order tonight. 2016 Emerald Sea. It's a smart purchase right now.
I think Beijing Emerald Sea's tea is super drinkable at beginning.
Yep.
And it can even get better every year.
Water if you can. Yeah, no, that was just gotten better. That was my
really good from the beginning.
Favorite tea to drink in 2016, 2017. Started saving it after that, but it just gets better. Tea just gets better and better. Alex says, "Much love, you two. Much love to you too, Alex. Thanks for joining us."
Thank you.
Jake says, what Roxanne said, Gaiwan is the best way to test, compare teas or get the true taste. Yep, absolutely. And so we, in fact, this is my, where is it?
Right there.
This is my official tea tasting Gaiwan. I have had this one almost 5 years now. I've got a matching one in Kunming, and I got a matching one here. And so we'll even take this to the actual tea farmers' houses. Most tea farmers, you guys, like, you don't realize they're not actually tea. They're not really tea drinkers. This is it here. We used to sell them on the site, but we actually can't get them anymore. They don't. There's no longer being produced.
I remember the first year we went to Tea Mountains. We were surprised, like a farmer doesn't have anything for us to tea tasting.
Anything.
And they don't even have the idea of gongfu.
Yeah.
All they do is put tea into the mug, then they give to us.
Yeah.
And the mug already been drinking soup or something, just like weird mug. Let us drink it.
Yeah. So we go to this one farmer, and it's like he just brings out like these like bags of matcha. He's like, this is my tea. We're like, great, I'd love to try some of it. And then he's just like, okay. And so he goes over to the fireplace, and he pulls off this kettle of boiling water and sets it down, and then he just gives me like this big mug, and like she said, it was like they'd been eating soup out of it, and it still was like greasy. And then he just takes a fistful of tea and just shoves it in here. He's like, try the tea. And I'm like, well, actually, I brought my own tea tools, if it's okay if I use that. And so I'm like measuring it out out by the gram, and he's looking at me like, what is wrong with this like crazy foreigner? But now, like, for every single tea farmer that we went to, like 5-6 years ago, that didn't have a setup like that, they all have like big gong fu tables and gaiwans and cups now. It's like eventually kind of like the word got around that, you know, if you wanted to be perceived as a professional tea farmer, you needed to have some place for people to actually taste things in a more of a professional setting. But I still remember that. It was just like, okay, just like a fistful of tea, just shoved it in there. Here, drink the tea.
That's how they drink tea, because they have to pick tea leaves in the afternoon, so they like tea strong and in the mug. They don't taste the flavor, they just like drink. Every time I ask how does tea taste like, I say, I don't know, you tell me.
I don't know. Yeah, it's funny. They're definitely, I mean, they know what they're doing to produce tea, but they're not tea connoisseurs the way you would really think that they would be. And I've had their tea, you know, like sometimes, you know, like after a really long hike up to one of these tea villages that you can only get to with like motorcycle, there'll be like some guy in his, you know, like little home right in the tea garden, and he'll have a kettle on, and it'll be like just a big iron kettle, and he's just packed it full of matcha, and he's just boiling it, and he'll just like pour you like a thick mug, and he'll just like, drink it up, you got more hiking to do, and you drink it up, and you're just like, wow. It's just like, I mean, you're just like immediately in the clouds. It's just a very, very intense experience. Tea Wizard, yo, what is going on, Tea Wizard? Thanks for joining the Midnight Tea Club. This is kind of fun. It's our second Saturday we've done Midnight Tea Club.
Yeah. I think Saturday is a good time. So
Saturday's a pretty decent time for Midnight Tea Club.
Work tomorrow.
People don't have to worry about it. They won't blame us that I kept them up too late. I couldn't get any sleep. Actually, I need to send a message to Olka Michael on Instagram. He wanted to know when we were doing another one of these.
Midnight tea tasting.
The midnight tea tasting, because he's a night owl. He's the guy that did the design on this. If you guys don't know, if you don't follow him on Instagram, Olka Michael, just really awesome stuff. And we're gonna be selling some more T-shirts and some other stuff with the altered state design, which is easily one of my favorites. Jake knows farmer tea is strong. Like they definitely use it as a fuel. It is. They have an entirely different relationship with tea than we have. You know, if you're waking up before the sun gets up and you've got to hike up into the mountains with your goats and then spend all day picking leaves and then processing till 1 or 2 in the morning, like you need something. You need something heavy and strong.
I think probably it's the same for Tibetan people too, because we drink butter tea not for the flavor. We drink it because we need the yak butter of the calorie, and we need a tea to help us digesting food. It's more from function perspective.
Yeah, especially in Tibet. The Tibetans have a really a very close relationship with tea, specifically because they live such high altitude. They don't have a lot of access to vegetation, vegetables, you know, like minerals, proteins, and things that we do.
And like Kunlun Mountain is like a tribute tea, so all the time only like rich people, like the king or royal family, they will have time and energy to really enjoy a good cup of tea. I think most people won't have those luxury. Yeah,
she's talking about the Kunlu Gushu that we saw on the site. The idea that, so I mean, the Kunlu Gushu that we've got on the site is from really old trees in Kunlu Shan. And Kunlu Shan, we know historically was a tribute tea region, or tribute tea mountain for the emperor in Beijing. You know, which dynasty would that have been? 1700, 1800, somewhere around then, right? So these trees that are in our, you know, Kunlu Gushu that we sell on the site were realistically planted and producing tea during the Qing dynasty when it was a tribute tea. And so the fact that you can still drink tea made off of the exact same plants that like the Qing dynasty emperor would have drank tea off of just kind of blows my mind. I think that's I don't know. I think that's super cool.
I think we're really blessed this generation. What we taste.
Yeah, absolutely. You would enjoy. Not. Yeah, tea. Forget who says it, but tea is probably one of the world's most affordable luxuries. When you think about what you actually get for the amount of money that you actually pay for it, tea's incredible. Jacob says, I'm sure though that they appreciated you enjoying or at least trying to enjoy their teas. Yeah, no, well, I mean, it's important for us to actually sit down there and actually like analyze it on a tea by tea or on a merit basis, as opposed to just, taking their word for it and then having a bunch of tea that didn't turn out good and trying to sell it later. So it's important to us from a business perspective. A little bit water in there. It's important for us from a business perspective to actually be able to, analyze our teas in a neutral environment. Harvey says, sounds like they drink tea more for sustenance over there, purely functional. Absolutely, it absolutely is. They have a very functional relationship with the tea. The tea is in many ways a fuel, especially up in the Tibetan highlands, the mountains up there. The tea offers, like nutrition that they don't necessarily get from their diet. The fat offers, fat, which is needed. It's good. It's good. It's good stuff. The Tibetan butter tea. If you're living up there, you got to have it. It's one of the issues when Tibetans actually come down from the mountains, from the rough life up there, and start living in the big cities. They start to get fat because they still drink as much butter tea as they did up in the mountains, but now they don't have like the really strong active lifestyle.
Yeah, just for my dad, he has a high cholesterol because he drank a pot tea. So.
Roxanne says she majorly oversteeped number 4. I think we actually oversteeped number 4 as well. Oversteeped it by like 5 minutes. Gives multitasking while you're listening to you guys is not working for you. Just drink through it. That's what we always say. Just drink through it. Drink or add more water if you want to add more water.
I really enjoy this tea, but
this tea was nice.
Yeah, it's more aged flavor to me. It's just and very mouthful, like aged creamy.
Yeah, it's really smooth and creamy. Lucy says, I feel like that's how a lot of people in China drink tea. Her dad throws so much leaves in his cup. Granted, it's Longjing, but he brews it hot and strong. Yep, that's it.
Grandpa style.
Grandpa style.
That's what I do when guests come. Remember, my grandpa always asks me, brew tea. So we serve tea to the cups.
Yep.
And basically, everybody just drink it. And we keep refill the water.
Yeah, so they've, I think your family's enjoyed the fact that they have access to really awesome teas now as well, because now
they don't need to buy it.
They'll just be digging into our stash a little bit.
It was so funny, like most of my friends are okay, but some of my relatives really love tea. When they come here, before they go, they said, how about I bring some of this, some of that.
Oh yeah, no, remember that one guy that came and he's just like, hey, I want you guys to try some of this tea that I've got. And we're like, okay, all right, that's interesting. I mean, sure, I'll try some of this tea that you've got. And I open it up and it's a big, 357 gram Bing, relatively like cheap label, like factory, like 4th level factory production or something like that. And it had already had like some sessions like broken off of it, which I mean you expect because it's his cake and stuff. And so I start breaking it off and sessioning it up, and it was just okay. It wasn't anything special. And then so after the session, he's like, I want you guys to know this cake is a gift for you. And I was just like, oh,
thank you.
You don't have to do that. That's fine. I'm like, you guys have no idea how many like cakes were given over there, and I knew I would never do anything with them, but like that's really kind. Like I appreciate it. Thank you very much. And he's kind of like nodding. He's like, yeah. And so we keep sessioning it, and then like when he goes to leave, he's just like, so do you guys have any tea for me?
Yeah.
And I was like.
He wanted a cake of shell.
He's like, I'll take a cake of shell.
Lao Chato. I will grab a box of Lao Chato. It's like,
I was just like, wait a minute. He comes in there with like a gift of like an already used like partial low factory cake, and then he's like,
but you can tell he loves tea.
He wanted to trade it for some of our like really good stuff, and I'm like, you want some of that? I was like, all right, man. Just like, it's all good. It's all in the family. It's all in the family. I thought that was pretty funny. We got to be careful taking gifts from that guy in the future. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, I remember all my cousins. Every time I went to Shangri-La, they always drink alcohol. And after we starting the business, now every time I'm back,
they're all into tea.
Yeah.
They were making fun of me like that first year, like, oh, this American comes over here, he wants to do his tea thing.
Now they like to show off the tea table and
all
they
the
show
time.
off like Laobanjiang.
All the time.
So cute.
All the time. It's actually pretty fun. It actually probably has significantly like enhanced the healthy lifestyle of your relatives. Because all of her Tibetan relatives, like
alcohol, smoking,
and fighting. Like that's it. Like that's what you do in Tibet. There's not a lot more to do. And so they get drunk, they smoke nonstop, and they fight anyone who wants to fight. It's like fist first in every single relationship they do. It's a hilarious. So what do we got? We got Miggity Mac. Thanks. It is a nice hoodie. Is that Mr. Alka Michael there? Hiding out under a pseudonym, perhaps. I love this design. I love this tee, and I'm happy to have some hoodies on the site. You guys need to get some Altered State hoodies or Stone Lion. We got the Stone Lion hoodies. They're pretty awesome. But the Stone Lion design is much more vertical and square, so it fits better on the back. So put it on the back, just like a little Crimson Lotus tee down the side there. Yeah, Jake says Roxanne's going for farmer steeps. Yeah, she heard me talking about like super strong farmer steeps and just over steeped it right as she did, just like that. Bam.
Yep.
That's what happens. Jacob Havlin, yak butter tea sounds delicious.
It's very delicious to me.
It's very delicious to Lamu. I've come to the conclusion that there's two types of people in the world. If the idea of eating a stick of butter the same way you would a banana horrifies you, then you will not like Tibetan yak butter tea. But if like that idea was just like, yeah, I can eat a stick of butter the same way I would a banana. If that sounds great to you, you're absolutely gonna love Tibetan butter tea. It's more like soup, and it's really, really thick. And like the butter notes are highly pronounced, much more than the tea is for me. So if I'm making it myself and I can like put in like just a little bit of butter instead of like the way they traditionally do it, I like it a little bit more, but it's a little bit difficult for me to drink. But Lama loves it.
Yep. This is why I was here.
Arby says, as the years go on, do all plantation tea plants end up as gushu, or are the agricultural practices too great a limiting factor? That's actually a really good question. Really, you guys need to look at the questions that Arby is asking, guys. It's next level stuff. That's graduate level questions. Yeah, realistically, I mean, well, especially in China, you know, if it's old, it's gushu, and so they don't really care exactly like how. Now there are some different like words and phrases and stuff. I saw a picture that I took the other day. I can actually send it to you. It's there's a picture of like a gushu tree right next to a bush. And that bush is actually it's actually older than the tree, but they had different agricultural practices at that point in time that like wanted them to like cut it down and make it more manageable and easier to harvest and stuff. And sometimes the Chinese government goes around, it's like everybody needs to do it this way, and some of the villagers are like, I'm going to do it that way, and then they realize later that they probably shouldn't listen to every single thing the Chinese government tells them to do.
Definition is by the age, as the tree can survive that long, like most people like over 100 years, they will consider gushu. Yep. Then it works.
Tornham says, after I discovered pu'er, I lost interest in coffee. So did I. Like almost, I mean, relatively quickly. I had a very deep relationship with coffee, and then pu'er, and I was just like, it's just gone. Let's get a little bit more water going if you could.
I think the problem with coffee is you can only drink 1 cup a day, but for tea, you actually can enjoy. You
can have a lot of sessions. If I was sitting here, you know, like I'd have to be just, you know, like kind of just spitting out and tasting the coffee to kind of get like a good session with it. I wouldn't be able to actually like drink it a lot, but with tea, I absolutely can. All right, Lucy says, is there going to be a baby dragon hoodie? Yes, I will make baby dragon hoodies. It's just a matter of timing, honestly. I had enough time on Thursday and Friday and Wednesday of last week to get the amount of product that we got onto the site, but I've got a bunch more fun ideas for other tea stuff and things. Have some different designs out for stuff.
Gong Fu and Chill.
The Gong Fu and Chill hoodie. You want one of those? I like the Gong Fu and Chill pillows a lot. They're actually the pillows are pretty cool. We need to get one of those made and sent to us. Arby says, same here, $1,500 in espresso equipment, it went all in. I didn't go that far with the espresso stuff, but I basically did like Gong Fu for coffee. I would spend half an hour making like a single cup, just exactly right AeroPress or pour over, and the beans were freshly ground, and I roasted the beans myself, and it was like specifically measured, and the water was weighted, and the temperature was like perfect. I mean, they'd be amazing cups of coffee, but realistically, once I found pu'er, it was like, at least you could probably sell the espresso equipment. It probably still has some decent value.
Or you can buy a tea table.
Megally Max says, it's me. That's awesome, you guys. There's Alka Michael. It's the artist for this. He joined the chat. Thanks for checking us out. Jacob Hablet, alcohol, smoking, and fighting. It sounds like a title to an ethnography on Tibet. It's really amazing. Tibetans are incredibly resourceful. I mean, if you've spent your entire multiple generations living where they do, you have to be resourceful. And they're like the preppers of Asia.
Very
like they are
independent.
incredibly independent, fiercely independent, strongly loyal to each other, and unless they're fighting. But
the more they fight, the more love each other.
I actually really enjoy hanging out in Shangri-La. It really feels like, so we spent time in this one bar. Remember the first time we got there, it was like, you're in Tibetan Old Town, what was left of it, because it had just been on fire. Tibetan Old Town, and we go into this this just nomad bar, this mountain bar called the Kampa Nomad, and it was exactly like you were in the first Indiana Jones movie when that lady's running the bar, and there's just all these like big like burly guys there. It was just for me, it felt like I was in a movie. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. I enjoyed that a lot. Oh man, I'm so behind on the chat. Sorry guys, I'm trying to scroll back. All right, Joseph Burton can't sleep. He's part of the Midnight Tea Club. What's going on? It's past midnight there. It's midnight. It's midnight somewhere.
Or 10:30.
For me, as long as the kids are in bed, I'm gonna call it midnight tea club. If it's after 9, the kids are in bed. You guys want to like have some midnight tea? We'll definitely do it. Sockbird says, plantation plants become gushu when they print the wrapper and ticket. That's probably more real than you realize. It's not gushu until it's written on the cake in big giant letters.
So much wisdom.
So much wisdom in Sockbird. You guys really need to pay attention.
All your words. It's actually
Sockbird needs a blog or a book or a channel. He's got a very wise. Very wise. You guys don't realize it. You think he's just a sock puppet, but Sockbird, probably one of the smartest people in here. Piekye, if I said that right. Hello, I'm is the stream lagging a little bit? I might have some network issues. I do apologize for that if we do. Piekye says, hello, I'm new here and new to any tea outside of bagged black tea. I was wondering how someone like me could get into this, and I was eyeing up your Sheng Pu'er tea super sampler pack. That's it. That's absolutely the way to do it. Go samples. It can be pretty intimidating to think about the idea of buying like a 200-gram cake. You don't know if you're gonna like it or not.
Yeah, sample definitely a good idea. And we have like 20 grams, so most people can brew like 3 or 4 times. 20 grams is enough to get a couple good sessions out of it. You can kind of figure it out, and then join a group like the Discord chat. Maybe Arby can get you a link to the Discord chat. Hang out with other tea people. Figure out like how they brew tea, what they like about tea, what sort of teaware and stuff they like. Excuse me. They're also working on, they find, like good deals, and they can help people get, better deals on teaware and stuff like that. They know where to go. They've spent a lot of tuition dollars as it is. So join a nice online tea community, buy samples, and then just get right into it, and you will do. You'll do fine. Thanks for joining the channel. Yeah, I think each tea is their own journey, so you will have different experience on each tea. So yeah. That was true. John Huang says, "What a great and tasty excuse to binge excessive amounts of tea." Absolutely. And then Piekye was it was literally me at the start of the quarantine. Oh yeah, so you just started the quarantine, just like you're like, you know what? I'm going to get into this tea thing. It's perfect. Oh yeah. Perfect quarantine hobby. Absolutely. It's very relaxing. It definitely, John Huang says he tried a lot of everything at the beginning, didn't know what all there was out there, so flavor and exploration, surprise. That's one of the best things about it. I mean, tea really is a journey. Even for us, what we've learned and done in the first years is different than we do now. Like our tastes have changed. Yeah, especially, yeah. And
it's there's just so much really amazing teas out there, a lot of really great stuff to experience, and your palate might not be my palate. So you got to find what you what works for you, what steeping methods work for you, what types of teas. Maybe you like sho more than shung or shung more than sho.
I think that's the charm of pu'er tea, because it provides such complex journey from the taste, mouth, and the body feel. So what is this one?
All right. Let's see. Ricardo, I'll go ahead and show the link. Discord.gg/tea. And if you guys want to join a really awesome community, which is super nice. Well, I mean, they were nice to me, but maybe it's because I'm a vendor, but I didn't announce myself as a vendor at first. I tried to be like slightly sneaky about it, but they saw through immediately.
I think tea people are generally super nice.
Tea people, and I've worked in a handful of different communities based on different businesses and things that I've had in the past. Did a lot of like software and game development and stuff, and working in some game communities. Did a lot of like esports stuff in the early 2010s. I gotta admit, like the tea community, the online tea community as a whole is probably one of the more wholesome and genuine ones that you will find anywhere. There's a lot of crazy toxic online communities out there, but in general, I think the tea community is really nice. There's a really nice tea community on Instagram. Oolong Owl, if you follow her, you can message her and get access to the Slack chat about tea. You can get onto the tea Discord, and just come on there. Don't come on there with a bunch of like arrogance and like I know how to do everything. If you come on there with like a beginner's mind, you just want to like learn and talk to people that are fascinated about tea. There's just a lot of exploration to have. So congratulations on starting your tea journey.
I think Reddit also have a large group.
Reddit's got a nice group as well. It's just the conversations on Reddit work a little bit differently. It's very moment focused. It's kind of hard to go back and find like long running threads and things like that. But Reddit, RT on Reddit and our pu'er as well are also a pretty good resource if you have questions and stuff like that.
Hey, people still use Steepster?
I don't know. I think some people still use Steepster. I don't know.
It was pretty nice.
This tea is super chill right now.
Oh, I know. I like it. My mouth is super sweet.
Still really moist. Good. That's good.
Just make sure.
John Huang says, I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your last name. I need to move my cursor. It's in the way. John says, when I first started digging into tea, I was laughing at how it all seemed like all roads lead to pu'er, and now here I am as well. It's I sometimes I like to describe pu'er as being the end point in tea. I used to drink tea. I understood tea. I knew the differences, like black teas and green teas and things like that. I mean, coffee was my main jam, but like once pu'er is the first one that really just hooked me, and I was just like, wow, like this is something special. This is an experience with tea that I've never had before, and I think a lot of people eventually get there. There's some amazing experiences to be had in like the green tea world and the matcha world, and like black tea and the white tea and the oolong. Amazing experiences to be had in there, but you could probably find all of those experiences also in the world of pu'er from a flavor and aroma perspective. It's interesting. There is a really great depth of experience to be had in pu'er, and
I think that's why like a high-end pu'er, for me, the pu'er can provide the most complex. A
lot of complexity,
experience, because some tea tastes okay, but it's very straightforward. You drink it, you feel like okay, just like one regular sound, but some of them can, wow. Just each step like a top of clouds.
Yeah.
A lot of complexity in there. It's like wow, so different taste notes.
And it's interesting in pu'er tea because you get the added complexity that it changes with age. So it's almost like increasing the complexity by an order of magnitude over some other teas that don't have the ability to age for like 5, 10, 15, 20 years or something like that. So it's one of the reasons we specifically wanted to focus our business on pu'er, because this is the tea that really made a difference for me, and I felt that there was enough complexity in this tea that we could focus an entire business on just this tea and really give it the benefit of what it needed, as opposed to like trying to sell like every tea out there or something like that. Miggity Mac says pu'er to the people. Absolutely. Miggity Mac knows his pu'er. He's actually got.
Are you drinking some tea right
what
now?
What are you drinking? What are you drinking right now? Miggity Mac. I like that username. It's great.
The Daniel shop still open?
Daniel's. I don't think it is. Daniel's shop open in Canada? Or you guys got some pretty strict rules up there in Vancouver? Let me know. I don't think his shop is open right now. Joseph Burton says, I had a session with Cosima this afternoon. It's coming along really nicely. That's nice. It's one of the things that I like about kind of like the smaller cakes that are a little bit more loosely pressed, because those things can actually age quickly, which is, it's kind of nice to be able to see the tea progress quickly. Yep, there we go. Alka Michael on Instagram and Twitter. If you guys aren't following Alka Michael, he's an awesome artist who is a great tea connoisseur. And he's got two designs on a wrapper. He's on a Stargazer and
Altered State.
Altered State.
Stargazer is so cool.
Altered State.
Yeah.
One of my favorite designs.
I think this design matched the tea so good. The tea personality.
Yep. He and I were working on this design for quite a while before. I mean, he was working on the design. I was helping him conceptualize what I thought the tea part of the story would be, and then he did the design part of it, and I think it actually matches very well with the story that the tea tells. Torn Ham started with Show and then got seduced by Shung. It happens. Shung is a wily mistress, and when her siren call beckons, it's a strong man that can say no to that, and I am not that man. John says that's exactly what I've come to find. I have a cake that can, in essence, substitute for almost any of my other teas. Yeah, it's amazing. There's so many. There's just so much depth in the pu'er world. We have started. I do love black tea. I really love Yunnan blacks, Dianhongs, like large leaf, old tree, like hand processed, like Yunnan blacks. Oh my gosh, they're so good. And so when we bought out like Soya's Chai's inventory, that we helped them produce that. And then I was just like, let's help them out. Let's sell their stuff. And now I'm like, maybe we should make our own Crimson Lotus black tea production.
Yeah.
I think we will, because there's just
so good,
so much really amazing like black tea in Yunnan. It'd be like so hard to just kind of like say
I really
no
like
to it.
adding cream and milk to the black tea.
Yeah, that's actually what I generally make my milk tea the way they kind of do Hong Kong style milk tea. Well, not bubble tea, because I don't have the boba and stuff. But I'll take a chunk of it. I'll toss it in a pot. I will boil the snot out of it for 10 or 15 minutes. Strain it out. Add like honey and milk. So good.
So good. Yeah,
so good.
So comfort.
Joseph says he hated pu'er at first, but now it's basically all I drink. It's easy to hate pu'er at first if what you have is most of what traditional tea shops in America have offered as pu'er tea. So much of it is just like I've heard that so many times. There's just like a lot of really bad pu'er out there, but once you have a good session with a really good pu'er, makes everything changes.
Yeah.
Tea Wizard, for Tea Wizard, it was the Phoenix oolongs that hooked the Tea Wizard. There seems to be very hit or miss unless you know what and where to look for. Yeah, I've seen that before. I've had some really nice oolongs. In fact, I like hanging out with Shu Wen down in Floating Leaf. She's got some really awesome oolongs.
Yeah.
But after we have like 3 or 4 oolongs, I'm usually like, do you have any pu'er we can try?
And she really have really good aged.
She's got some good aged pu'er too.
I think because Taiwan, they're starting to do the pu'er early, so they got lots of good collection over there.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. That's true.
So for Yunnan, it's a little harder because people always export.
It's always an export tea. Yeah, there's not a lot of aged, like really long-term aged tea in Kunming in Yunnan. Roxanne says yes, all roads lead to a pu'er. That's why all pots become pu'er pots eventually. Yeah, I'm sure. Some of our customers are like, I'm gonna get a pot for green tea. I'm gonna get a pot for this, and then they end up with just brewing pu'er tea and all of them. It's kind of funny. Sockbert says, when we started drinking pu'er, added it to my repertoire. I've never understood the concept of abandoning everything else. For me, it's never really been about abandoning everything else. It's just like for coffee, it just lost its hold. It's lost its charm, and I would never even recommend that somebody only drink pu'er tea, but I just describe my own experience. Like I'll drink any tea, but pu'er is what I'm going to be thinking of if I'm drinking something else. I'll always be comparing it. I'm like, well, if this was pu'er, like it would be like this or something like that. So that's just me. But yeah, no, there's a lot of other really nice teas that you can have out there for sure. Jacob Hamlin says, when he first tried pu'er, it was so gross, could only tolerate show. Shung was like steamed asparagus. Yeah, no, I know exactly what you mean. It took me a while before I was really able to, I think, have the vocabulary and my palate to really understand Shung pu'er. And it wasn't until I was actually in China and having tea made for me by somebody who knew what they were doing, when it was just like, it's like I could see. It was just like I was a new person. It was very, very, very eye-opening. It changed everything. It all made sense after that. And so now I just and mostly, most of what we work with is young shung, like fresh picked 1-2 days, like after production. So you spend a couple years, you spend 3 months every year for a couple years only drinking like second day fresh shung production. It just grabs hold of you. Like that's what I deeply crave. Even in wintertime, I'm like always just give me the youngest, freshest shung you got, and that's what I actually need to steep a little more. That's what I go for. John says that good malty black teas are great evening teas for me. I love a good malty black tea. It's just so good. Sadly, nearly every package of black tea that we sent out during like that first like black tea push all got like lost by China Post, and that's just makes me so sad. That was
I remember we
released a lot of tea.
That tea, we almost sold most of them those 2 or 3 days, and most of the package was lost.
All those packages are lost. It's so bad. Like it just.
I wish we released like a week later.
If we released it like a week later, it's like I don't even want to think about it. We've lost so many packages from China Post.
Maybe that tea meant to be lost.
Meggy Max drinking Changtai 2005. Is that the one that we sold? Is that the top of the clouds, the Yunpu Jidian? Is not sure about this week, but Daniel has been able to remain open. Oh, that's good that Daniel can remain open. Tea shop he works at has been closed, but it's more of a gongfu service house. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so that's awesome that he can remain open. So yeah, are you drinking the because I think we actually Daniel was selling the Changtai top of the clouds for a while. We sold him some.
Yeah.
That when we got stuck in Canada with a bunch of tea because we went to the tea festival.
Cannot bring tea back. So funny.
International borders and
hard lesson.
Tea products. It's not fun. Tough lesson. John says there are some teas that have a sweetness that's a little more like a refined sugar. Sure. And others where the sweetness is a bit more funky, deep, and golden. Maybe, yeah. I know what that sugar sweetness is. It's similar for me. I kind of describe it like sugar cane, but in my mind it's just Fruit Loops. That's all I can think of in my mind. Like I try to come out with like some fancy tea tasting terminology for it, but in my head it's just like it's just Fruit Loops. Tell you what, I'll do one long last steep with this, and then we'll hop onto the Old Warrior. If anybody's waiting for us to jump into Old Warrior, we're going to do that next. I'm going to bring out a show pot, dedicated Gen Shui to show pu'er, and we will brew with this little cutie. Nice. Tea Wizard, Sockbird says, Tea Wizard, if you've only had standard grocery store honey, I understand what you're asking, but try some of the artisanal honey out there and you'll start seeing what is meant by honey and tea. Yeah, it can, I think the right type of honey does that. You just got to get better stuff. Talking about honey, you guys might not realize it. I don't know, I talk about it sometimes, but nearly every single tea farmer in Yunnan is also an apiarist. Is that the term for somebody that does bees? Yeah, they all produce honey there. They'll take they'll chop down a section of a tree. They'll like core out the center of it, and they'll stick it up, and they'll on like the side of their house, and the bees will actually grow into it. They're bigger bees than we have here, and they're a little meaner, and they don't really have like the protection and stuff. And they'll smoke it out when they can, but then they go to harvest it. But man, I tell you what, that's some of the best some of the best honey.
Yeah.
Every single tea mountain tastes different. It's got a very unique, and in a lot of cases, they're actually, fertilizing, and not fertilizing, but pollinating from the flowers on the tea tree itself. So it's like tea honey made from the tea trees, and
it's super awesome. I think the best one I had is in the Hokkaido.
Yeah, that one was just like that one was kind of like a trip, right? I mean, that one was.
Is that Hokkaido? Oh no.
Where was it?
Was it Monglong? Oh, there was a really long way to go, but that honey. Oh my gosh, I never had honey that good.
Was it the ones that we didn't buy any tea from them, but we bought the honey because we felt bad?
Oh no,
somebody different.
No,
I don't remember.
We go with Gary. We went with Gary.
I'm trying to remember. Yeah, there was there's. Oh yeah, no, there was there's some crazy honeys out there, crazy tea honeys, and it's illegal to bring it back, so we could never ever let you guys.
Yeah, some honey is bitter, depends on what flower or plants they harvest.
Let's see, I'm behind on the chat. We did, Miggly Mac, we left some cakes at the border. Long story for another chat. The mistakes we made trying to access the Vancouver Tea Festival one year, packing a bunch of tea in our car and going across the border and missing one tiny step in the process, and then the joys of trying to get back across the American border with tea that they didn't think that we should be bringing in was joyful occasion.
Yeah, international business is not fun.
So yeah, so Miggity Mac's got some of that. That's awesome. That's awesome that you actually ended up with some of that. Daniel graciously bought it off it.
That tea was compressed pretty heavily, actually.
That is pretty heavily compressed tea. Tea Wizard has had artisanal honey and still can't see it. It's all good, man. Arby says, I mostly get honey in black tea, though. It's less common in sheng. Yeah, pretty much for black tea as well. I'm not going to put, I don't really put anything additional in sheng.
Mm-hmm. Oh, because, yeah.
Tea Wizard says, honey has a very distinct honey taste. I completely agree. Jacob says, oh man, I'm way behind in the chat. I'm sorry, guys. I don't even know where it is anymore. Yeah. I lost. Jacob says it's one you really have to look for. Tend to look for it on the aroma, smelling it on the Gaiwan lid. Yeah, there's definitely some teas. If you guys are talking about like honey aroma in teas, I can certainly get it from Jingmai after Jingmai's had a couple years of age. Like something like a Midas Touch. Sometimes it's just like the aroma is just like so strong. Honey bomb.
That's the
before it was pressed, it had a really heavy.
Created a honey experience.
Yeah, that was one thing. Like, yeah, she said we were trying to create a really strong honey experience from that tea. Went with a bunch of different material that had strong honey-based experiences. But after you press it, it takes like about a year before like those honey notes like really just come back strong. Arby, you can't get your hands on tea tree honey. It's illegal to bring it into the U.S. The FDA does not allow it. So if you are ever in Yunnan, you can purchase it. We've actually seen like professional honey hunters in Yunnan, like that. We'll be sitting there at a tea tasting and they'll come up and like, no, we don't want any tea. Like, what do you guys got for honey? And then the farmer brings out some different jars and they've got all these like special like refracting tools and they figure out like the exact like sugar content of the honey, and then they're talking to the farmer about what they can do to like get a higher sugar content out of it. Because what they want is they want something that has a really high sugar content. So they take a sample of the honey and put it into like this prism like telescope thing and hold it up to the light, and depending on like the color and the way it refracts and stuff, they can know the exact like sugar content. They want something with a really high sugar content, because then they can take that back and split it out and then be able to sell like a honey that only has like 5% sugar in it, so they can get a better return on their investment. But yeah, it's really interesting to see that they're only interested in like farmer honey. But yeah, you got to be there. All right, man, I'm way behind the chat. Sorry, guys.
Actually, hold on.
I put hold on and then just like leave it there for a sec.
Hold on.
Yeah, hold on, and then it'll go up. I'm just gonna scroll down in the chat. Sorry guys, if there was a question you really wanted to ask. Piakie says, if you wanted special equipment to start off with pu-erh, yeah, like, I mean, even just like a simple Gaiwan like this, I mean, there's some decent deals on Amazon for simple Gaiwans. A simple Gaiwan like this.
I think a Gaiwan would be a really good way to go, because you can brew sheng, you can brew shoyu.
You can brew anything in there. Not a clay Gaiwan, you want something that's a porcelain or glazed.
Maybe you want to teach them the trick about the Gaiwan, because some Gaiwan looks pretty, but it will burn your fingers. So the design is actually quite critical.
I like Gaiwans that have like a really wide lip. lip like this one does. This one has a really, really, really wide lip, and so that makes it so that it doesn't burn your fingers as well. Sometimes the Gaiwans are a little too steep, and it's just like it's really hot on the fingers. But it's just it's a learning curve thing. But realistically, all you need is like a strainer and a mug. You can even get really, really far doing just that. But nice little fairness cup, maybe a little filter, a Gaiwan, some little tasting cups.
Yeah.
$30-40 on Amazon. You could have something that works really well for you.
Yeah, otherwise it's too expensive.
You don't need a big fancy setup like this as well. You know, just a small table, even just on a big plate. Some people even start with like a just brewing on a cookie sheet or something like that. I think there's a tea-ware group in the Discord chat. You could probably ask them about like that. Hey, what's the best way to get like a nice easy starting gongfu setup, and they can help you out for sure.
Yeah, I think we used to sell the starter gongfu set. But
we did, but we sold out, and we haven't had a chance to redo it. Oh, everybody wants Yunnan honey, Jacob. Everybody wants Yunnan honey. We buy as much of it as we can. Well, I wish we could, but we can't because we'd have to.
Back from the luggage.
I'd have to be smuggling it in, and then like once we get flagged on the FDI as being the FDA as being like smugglers, like we're never going to be able to bring tea back in. But
yeah, we were even thinking bring some tea seeds, but it's also illegal. So
yeah. Oh, right. Where are we at in there? Yep, simple Gaiwan, pretty nice. A tea pick. Where's my?
We got a really good one.
I'll show you. If you've got compressed teas, some of the cheaper teas, if you're buying like cheap teas on Amazon or cheap pu'er or something like that, if you're not getting samples and stuff, it is crazy difficult to open them up, and a very capable tea tool, for example, like this one right here. This is very simple and small and unassuming, but this is probably one of the better pu'er opening devices out there. This thing is very, very efficient at breaking open heavily compressed cakes of pu'er.
Yeah, we used lots of tea knives before. Yeah, this one definitely make breaking tea much easier.
It's not too big, it's not too small. It's got a really nice size to it.
Good angle.
It's got a good angle.
But still you have to be careful. I poked myself like 2 days ago.
Yeah, so. We've been packing up lots of samples and stuff. And so yeah, some people like to use like a regular knife and stuff, and I actually wouldn't recommend that. You can really hurt yourself if you're opening up a compressed cake of tea. Oh, was that? Did that get up to 212? No.
I'm sorry.
I'll push it. I got it. It's all good.
So every time I and push it, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's just one of the tricks. One of the tricks, right? So, question for you. I noticed the white label show. Any information on that? What material is it made from? It's just a blend of different stuff that we thought was really interesting back in 2000. We blended it in 2016. So it's all different show pu'er in different levels of production. Different levels of production meaning like some of it was like bud grade and some was at larger leaf grade. I think if we find a show pu'er that's really interesting and actually has a characteristic based on the region it's from, like a Kunlu show pu'er that's really nice, we'll call it a Kunlu show pu'er. If it's a Bulong show pu'er and it characteristically like Bulong. But otherwise, if we find stuff from other areas and things like that, we usually try and like blend it into something that's special and unique.
Yeah, that one has the show pu'er from 2012.
Some 2012 show pu'er.
That tea very heavily buds blend.
A lot of buds.
Pretty strong mineral notes.
Sockbird says he uses a hammer on his mushroom tuos. So if you've got a mushroom tuo like this one here, this is a little tiny pressed tuo. It actually looks like a bird's nest. He's actually speaking about mushroom ones though. The mushroom ones are like a bird nest with a stem. Yeah, a hammer. A hammer is an absolutely valid way to open a really heavily compressed cake or brick or tuo. Do what you can, break it out. Some people actually take it and re-steam it back open, and then work with it from there. Jake with the ideas. Bring some shampoo bottles and fill them with honey.
Thank you.
Nice. Jake's got all the tricks. Have you tried that before? Yeah. Then you get home and like forget. You think I got a lot of shampoo, man?
It was so funny, like the first year when we brought back over luggage, we brought back like 6 teapots. Yeah. And before we land, they have to ask to fulfill a paper, so anything for commercial. Yeah. And then you want to put that to commercial like 6 teapot. We didn't know it's a trap. So you actually cannot bring anything commercial.
I'm too honest.
Then because 6 teapots, they
brought back like
interview us half hours.
I brought 6 teapots. Yeah, I want to sell these teapots.
And they said, what you guys do for business? We said, sell teapots.
Sell teapots.
That's too bad for us, like 6 teapots.
So bad. Things you learn the hard way.
Is like
those forms are trap. Whatever you misdo on there gets you many hours in a small room with questions. T-Wizard says the triangular head of the Bing Slayer breaks up the cakes really well. It does. It absolutely does. Miggity Mac, you do. You need a Bing Slayer. Bing Slayer makes easy work of even the most heavily compressed teas. Absolutely.
Yeah, well, the best one. For sure.
All right, let's get this old warrior started.
Now it's just sweetness.
Just all sweetness in that. So who's got some old warrior? Who's gonna fire up a session of old warrior with us? I think Lucy, were you waiting for old warrior?
I think so.
I think Roxanne, if she hasn't fallen asleep yet, Roxanne was going to jump in with some old warrior.
She can't.
Put that one up there. Oh, this is so nice. It's really nice session. John stabbed his thumb with the Bing Slayer. Don't do that. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Never push anything towards you. If you push things towards you, it will eventually slip, and that sharp edge of the Bing Slayer will go right through flesh, just as easily as it goes through a cake of tea.
It happened to everybody.
Opium Fish 13 says that Old Warrior is our favorite show pu'er. Roxanne's still there. Hands up if you're still here in chat. Looks like we got about 27 people in the channel right now. That's fun.
Awesome.
It's exciting. I like seeing the participation. It makes it feel like this is actually like a really good tea session. So you guys are very grateful for joining the Midnight Tea Club. All right. Let's see here. Here we go. Thankfully, I Lamu graciously pre-broke up the.
Old Warrior is really easy to break.
Yeah, Old Warrior opens up so easy.
Yeah.
Old Warrior, think about it, man. This tea is 20 years old now. That's just amazing. That is amazing.
Yeah, I think if you did a show pour, what do we wear? There is lots of potential to make a show pour.
And a lot of the details of this tea are kind of lost to time. We don't know anything really about this tea. It didn't really have any identifying characteristics on it, just boxes of it in a friend of a friend's tea warehouse. We know it was in 2000. My guess is that it actually had pretty light wet pile fermentation, and I think it probably was much more shung-ish, because it still has, it really tastes like a very old shung. It has that characteristic. It tastes like an old shung more than it tastes like an old show, and so I think that's one of the things that makes it extra special.
Yeah.
Opium Fish says it literally tastes like silk. Do you taste a lot of silk? Yeah, no, I know what you mean. It's very creamy. For me, it's just I just love the aromas. I really like the old book aromas. I like the mustiness. It feels like hiking in the North Georgia mountains, or in the Pacific Northwest after a rainstorm. Those petrichor notes. I think petrichor is the official term for that. All right, what do we got in chat? Oh, Lucy's already 2 steeps in. She couldn't wait. It's all good. Don't worry about it.
I think Jack is the same.
Jake got a head start on Old Warrior.
He's already said it.
I just couldn't stop with the couldn't stop brewing the memorial. It's just too good. Too good. Torn Ham's been drinking pu'er all day. Can't do the nighttime poo. Don't worry about it, man. I'm just happy that people are here to enjoy the tea session. Enjoy the tea session with us. There we go. I'm gonna have to clean out the drain. It is getting a little full. No, I got it. I just gotta give it a nice little push there. There we go. Come on, buddy. got a little frog in the drain. He's supposed to block out most of the stuff for me, but he's not doing his job. There we go. It'll go down. It'll go down. Give it a sec. I'm gonna switch cups though. I'm gonna switch to my show cup. Didn't I have a little stick around here for cleaning that drain out with? I thought I did.
You used to have it.
Used to have it. See if you can find me a paper clip if you could. Paper clip will work quite well on that. Sorry guys, small tea table emergency here. Miggity Mac, brews tea all day, all night. Sockbirds moved into a nice Tetley. How much stock is left of Old Warrior? A decent amount, actually. I think we've got a fairly decent amount of it left. I probably have 30 or so here in Seattle for a quick shipping. And at least a couple boxes of it left in China. If you guys don't know, each label is actually handwritten by, if I can get that right, handwritten by Lamu. It actually says Old Warrior in Chinese. She actually uses her incredible calligraphy skills to handwrite each label. But we ran out of labels, and she's not in China to do anymore, so we actually had some of them printed up instead, or I think we had like a stamp made from her stuff there. So some of the more recent ones are stamped instead of Lamu hand doing it. Just weren't able to work it out. What did you find, Lamu? Anything good? All right, you got to smell this wet leaf here. It's really nice. Roxanne says Old Warrior is a favorite show, and she says that she calls it the mouthfeel pudding mouth. She calls it pudding mouth. I like that.
I love it. Oh.
Aren't those aromas just great?
Oh, wow, this is so good. So creamy. So woody. So egg.
Pudding. Or do you pronounce pudding? Do you pronounce pudding like
pudding?
What's her face from Joker's girlfriend? I can't even think of it. Pudding. Isn't that what she always calls him? Man, this thing is really jammed up.
How about you brew tea?
It's all good. It just it's too far down. It goes down by itself eventually. It just takes a little time. It's all good. We'll figure it out. Figure it out later. Oh, let's see. Even chocolatey right now. That's pretty nice.
Oh, nice.
Harley Quinn. That's the name I was looking for. Harley Quinn calls Joker pudding.
Oh, yeah. People talk about that.
Yes. Thank you guys for being my Google. Sometimes I get into the tea sessions and I start talking and I just kind of forget everything. Jake says aged show is the way to go. That even rhymes. Add that to our tea wrap. Jake and I might be working on a tea wrap. I don't know. We had a tiny, Jake and I had a tiny brainstorm session last night. I don't know. If you guys want to look, Jake, you can post a link to Jake. Jake does tea wraps, and Lamu loves Jake's tea wrap videos.
The one with the flying horse.
No, what's his face? I forget his name.
Yeah. I think they went to China once. That was super cool.
Yeah. Lamu loves your tea wrap. So Jake's got some ideas about doing some new tea wrap stuff, and so I started joking around with him in chat, and I was throwing down some of my fat beats.
So talented in everything.
Jake's very talented. I did give Jake a really good idea for a new tea photograph, though. I'll tell you about it later. I won't spoil the surprise on the Instagram live chat. But if you guys follow Jake Knapp, who also does labels for us. Jake did the new Moon Princess wrapper, and Jake also did Danger Zone. So Jake is also a tea artist, and awesome stuff. What is it's Knapp pu-erh, Knappuerh on Instagram if you guys want to follow another tea artist.
Photography is really good.
His photography is awesome.
And I think he started his tea company.
Yeah, you started a tea company, right? Nine Dragons,
top 10 dragons.
7 clouds, Cloud 7?
No, it's
Cloud 9 Dragons.
I think it's 9 dragons.
I'm sorry, Jake. You'll have to let us know. Pop it into a chat. You can pimp your tea biz and your photography business right here. Jake says 22 cents a gram. You can't beat it. That's it. That's the smart way. Smart way you do pu'er. Look at the dollars per gram. That's really the way to only way to do it. Otherwise, if you're buying a 200 gram, cake for $20 or a 100 gram cake for $20, you got to look at the dollars per gram to really know if it's a good deal or not. And Old Warrior's it's a steal. The other thing that's a steal right now, I've said it before, 2016 Beneath an Emerald Sea. It's really good price right now.
It's really good. It's really good.
Rice Boy, what's going on?
Like silk.
It is like silk. Man, I haven't had this one in a long time. This is such a smooth tea.
It's thick body. It's melt right in your mouth.
And for being as dark as it is, you guys look at that, man. That is just so dark, but it is so clean.
It's such a strong chocolate notes.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Have strong chocolate notes right there.
Rice Boy, what's going on, man? Rice Boy says, what would you guys recommend as the best daily driver shung in terms of cost and flavor?
Chai is really good for me, like a daily drink.
Right now, let me think. Because if it's daily drink or daily driver, you kind of want to be a little bit more on the budget focused side. What was it I usually recommend? I think the Moon Princess ones.
Oh, that was awesome.
Phenomenal teas for the for the value. It's a little bit cheaper because it's autumn material, but those ones are really potent teas, very complex. A lot of
for the autumn.
Very rarefied for autumn. That's a great way to put it.
The floral notes and even the body is thick and have a good bitter astringency. Yeah.
Jarrett says to Rice Boy recommends Hidden Song. Ordered some yesterday, not too expensive, has a wonderful comforting campfire vibe. It totally does. Hidden Song has a nice little smokiness to it and a little bit of, it's more on the vegetal, savory, umami side. So I'll let you guys know, I think, I was doing some checking last night. Excuse me, I'm about to sneeze. I think we only have 2 tongues. Excuse me, pardon me, apologize.
Bless you.
The show pour is getting to me. Sorry guys, I think we only have 2 tongues of Hidden Song left. So if somebody wants to solve the mystery of the Hidden Song, they've got to do it before we sell the next 5 cakes, because otherwise we won't have a Hidden Song tone to give. So I think at that point in time, when I crack open that last tongue of Hidden Song, I think we've got to make an announcement on what the Hidden Song is. Mm-hmm. I don't think we have any more in China, do we? We sold out of the China inventory of Hidden Song. I guess I should double check the inventory. But all we've got here is just
because we
just 2 tongues
it into the educational set, so I need to double check.
That's right. We also probably need to. That's right. So we may have some more in China. But we're getting close. Sam, hey Sam, what's going on? Hey guys, having some dark depths right now with a couple friends. I love that Altered State sweatshirt. Miggity Mac is in the chat. He's the artist that did this. So follow Alka Michael on Instagram. And yes, oh my gosh, my Altered State hoodie. I just love it. Love this design. Yes, Rice Boy, yeah, thank you so much. Cozy Campfire Tea, that and like Troublemaker and Hidden Song. It's pretty good stuff. Those would be a nice little tea pairing right there. That could work out well. Let's see. There we go. Rice Boy says, we'll also make sure to check out that Moon Princess. Have both teas loaded up in the site right now. Yeah, no, Moon Princess is pretty decent. The newer one has, like I said, some really awesome artwork from Jake on it. So grab that. It comes with a sticker. I need to be making some Moon Princess shirts and stuff too. That'll be
it's beautiful.
That'd be kind of cool.
And I didn't know
it's a great design.
Netflix released the Over the Moon.
Yeah, have you guys watched Over the Moon, the Chinese cartoon?
Changtai. It's on the Netflix.
Check out Over the Moon on Netflix. Tell you all the story of the Moon Princess, Chang'e. A lot of interesting Chinese history.
Oh yeah, I love Iron Forge. That was Yiwu Huanpian, and that tea has been aged, I think, almost a decade now. Super sweet energy. Sweet.
Roxanne says, still has 50 grams of the phenomenal RIP 2012 Boulan Gushu in reserve. Don't hold your breath. It'll get you someday, I promise. I'll let you guys know a little secret. We still have 2012 Boulan Gushu. but we're not selling it for a while because we're letting it age. And then we're going to just like, bam, just like drop it down one of these years. It's not a lot, but it's enough to make a little comeback one of these days. We took the rest of what we had, we're just gonna age it long term. It's gonna be even better, and twice as expensive. I don't know. We'll figure it out. What we'll sell it for. But yes, the 2012 Boulan Gushu is really, really awesome.
Yeah.
Old favorite. Miggity Mac drank Altered State last night. Drinking the tea with his art on it. It's a very potent tea. You did post about it. I'll have to check your thing. I forgot to look at Instagram today.
Yeah, very strong energy. I think people really love Altered State.
Too busy packing orders today. But yeah, a lot of people really like Altered State. Lucy Over the Moon is so good. Philippe So is the voice for Chang'e. I thought Chang'e was a little. I thought she was a little kind of a little mean. I was a little surprised. It's like, she's got some attitude. I guess if you lived on the moon all by yourself and your beloved was on the Earth and you couldn't meet them again for 10,000 years, I mean, maybe I'd be a little upset too.
But I'm just surprised how much Western elements in that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
It was fun. It was fun. We watched it with the kids. Oh, there's not much in there. Let's get some more water in there.
Failed.
No wonder it's heated up so fast. There we go. Makes sense. Oh, all done. There we go. All right. Sockbert dropping the wisdom. Pretty sure the secret hidden song is Ted Nugent's Wang Dang Sweet Poontang. It is not. I'm sorry to tell you, that is another incorrect guess by Sockbert. So better luck next time. But we'll know soon enough, because I think, like I said, I think Hidden Song is almost all sold out, and so I'm gonna have to start digging through my notes. I'm gonna start pulling out the sheet music, getting ready for the big reveal, and see how close some people actually came. All right, man, this is nice. We still good on water.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that one's almost empty there. If you go grab a little bit more, fill that guy up again, then we'll have it there. Nice. It's really nice to have a nice chill show pu-erh to kind of bring you down after the show. Roxana's listening to Tool. Been hooked on the last album for months. You know what? I don't even think I've listened to the last album yet. I have been on a kind of like a cyberpunk music kick. Pretty excited for the release of the new Cyberpunk 2077 game. So anytime I don't know what to listen to, I find some cyberpunk live stream, and finally figured out what cyberpunk music actually is, because I just always called it cyberpunk music. Dark synthwave is apparently the technical term for it. I don't know a lot about musical nomenclature. So yes, I've been listening to a lot of dark synthwave lately. It gets me in the cyberpunk mood. I am so excited for Cyberpunk 2077. Yes, Rice Boy, I am very, very excited. So like I've mentioned a couple times, I've been setting up these live streams lately and testing them out with the potential that I may be able to do a gaming tea stream. Maybe that's something people would be interested in. If it is, let me know. I think I'm actually going to try it. I'm not entirely certain how it would actually work if I'm actually brewing tea while I'm playing the game, but maybe that's all I'd be doing. I'd just be brewing tea while I played some Cyberpunk 2077. Maybe people would want to tune in and watch me. Well, it's not online, so I'm not going to be getting my ass handed to me by 12-year-olds. But I don't know. Maybe it would be fun to play video games and drink tea at the same time. Yes, Rice Boy. I am also very, very, very excited for Cyberpunk 2077. Very, very, very excited for the game. I got to hang out with Mike Pondsmith in Seattle at a Cyberpunk 2077 pre-release party about a year ago. It was pretty awesome. They kind of set up the whole bar, made the bar look like it was actually like in the game, which was a lot of fun. And I was actually working there, so I was in character, dressed as a like cyberpunk like bouncer at the bar, and that was quite a lot of fun. Zealousy says, I can help you with OBS if you're using OBS. I am using OBS, and that would be great. I could use any help right now. And actually, I'll probably end up doing it on Twitch. I think Twitch is a little bit better geared towards like the gaming streaming, but I haven't actually set any of that stuff up yet. I've just been slowly, really have no actual budget for any of this. I will let you know that Crimson Lotus Tea is still exclusively focused on delivering quality tea, just kind of doing this stuff as a little bit of entertainment stuff on the side. So really you're going to lose that in there if it's not hooked onto something. We're going to really have no budget for actual streaming stuff. So, but I'm fairly creative, and I've got a bunch of really nice friends, and so I've been gifted some older generation hardware, which is actually still capable for some streaming stuff. And I need to get the network here set up. Friend's letting me borrow his PS4, so I can be running it on that. Get some HDMI splitters and some different little hardware. Some other friends that have got streams set up, but they're not actually doing anything yet. But I'll hit you up if I have any stream setup questions. But I am running OBS right now. Got it decently set up well enough for what I do. But we'll see how it goes. It'll be kind of fun. T Wizard says, gaming tea stream. Let's go. All caps. All right, we'll make it happen. We'll figure something out. Rice Boy says, his pu-erh tasting set comes around the same time Cyberpunk comes out. There you go. The tea will immerse me into the world of Night City. Look at you, that's awesome. And I can totally see like, even like, Crimson Lotus. Crimson Lotus could be a clan, like a little gamer, a little clan inside of a Night City. I could see like a whole Gong Fu crew working the undergrounds of Night City, slinging the tea. Jake is from another dimension, and you share the same birthday. I missed that entire conversation. Joseph Burton says, I'd watch T in game stream. You should play Red Dead Redemption 2 as well. Oh my gosh, I love Red Dead Redemption. I would totally do that. I know the game's like little, but not like cutting edge anymore. I don't know anything about it. I've intentionally not looked at anything into Red Dead Redemption 2, but Red Dead Redemption, like the first one, probably one of my favorite games ever. Like, I mean, as much as I like Ocarina of Time, Red Dead Redemption 2 is might have knocked it out of that spot. I just love it. I love the Americans. I love the American Southwest. I love cowboy lore. I love old vintage guns and stuff. Yeah, it's the one I played when I pulled the PS3 out so that I could.
Snakes are trying to attack you. Yeah,
I was getting bit by snakes. She was having fun watching me play it. But no, I should do Red Dead Redemption 2. Man, I'll get it. I'll figure it out and make it happen. But I'll probably cut my teeth on Cyberpunk 2077. Figure out how a tea and gaming stream would actually work, and let's kind of play around with it. Might be kind of fun. Nice little way to kind of combine the tea business with my one of my gaming hobbies, which has certainly suffered. Tell you what, if you have your own business and you have kids, you will never have time for games ever again.
After 18 years, once they went to college.
There we go. Got a little jammed up in there. Something stuck in there. Got a teapot emergency. All right, what are we talking about in chat? What's going on? Sockbird has a different take on it. He wants to see me doing a Gong Fu session while I'm working on an Excel spreadsheet. Well, that is going to be Lamu's stream, the Gong Fu accountant.
That's what I do every day.
And that's literally what she does. She drinks tea while she works in Excel. That is, if you guys don't know, Lamu is a CPA. She's a certified public accountant, and she has her master's in accounting. She runs all the business stuff of Crimson Lotus Tea and several other businesses and CPA tax stuff and things like that.
Very exciting and interesting job.
She literally lives in Excel. It's funny that you mentioned that about like Excel streaming, because I saw a guy online did like a joke gamer Twitch style stream, which was just him in Excel, like talking all about like the new releases and like what the new like possibilities are for like per cell functions and stuff like that. And he was totally treating it like it was like a new game release. He was going through all the different details, but he was just talking about Excel.
Well,
it's hilarious.
the customer came over. Remember, we were talking about how Slumbering Dragon make you click with your video game. And he said, I know exactly what you mean. One time I drink something, suddenly I feel I connect with the Excel sheet.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, we did have one customer who was felt an otherworldly connection to his spreadsheets once he had a strong session with Slumbering Dragon, and I thought that was awesome. I think he specifically made the comment that he was the spreadsheet.
I have never been that level.
That's a new level of accounting. Even Lamu hasn't gotten up to that. Level.
Yeah. Someday.
I will let you guys race by. I'll let you know what the channel is when I get the details set up. Pieke says, thanks for the help. I have made my first order. Awesome. When shipping from China, how long would you guess it would take to get to Canada? It's actually been getting fairly quick. Most of our orders to Canada have been on average less than a month.
Yeah.
Really not that bad getting to Canada. It's just getting to the US and working through US customs that's been particularly long.
Thanksgiving started, so it would be really stressed for China post office in the US and Canada. So I think
at this point in time, like if I had to make like a blind guess, I would say your package will probably arrive mid-January. And I think that would probably be a good...
So put the expectation there. And
put your expectation there.
Arrive early, you'll be happy.
Yeah, exactly. Just in your mind, imagine that it's going to not get there until Valentine's Day, and then when it actually like arrives in the middle of January, you'll be like, oh my gosh, it got here earlier than I thought. It's what you kind of have to do. So it's just one of the things about international tea delivery in a year like this. It's just it's really tough. Lucy says, when this pandemic is over, Slumbering Dragon LAN party. Absolutely, we'll do it. We'll make it happen.
Fun. I miss you guys.
Make it happen. That would be awesome. This room here, actually, on my birthday, end of February, I usually have a little LAN party with my friends. We all kind of get together and hang out. Old school LAN party, like actual LAN party, all in the same room. I know it just doesn't make any sense, but it's fun. We could do that. We could all play About Us or something together.
Yeah, I remember I met one of your friends. He always facing the computer with the headphone.
Yeah.
So he showed up in the tea festival. I can't recognize him. He said, "You don't remember me?" I said, "I don't know who you are."
He's been to like every single LAN party I've ever had, but all Lamu knows is like him in front of a screen with headphones on, like
the whole
this.
Time.
Never actually like have her talk to her probably in the multiple years, and then he shows up at tea festival. Who is this guy? Dude. Actually, he may be in the stream right now. Come on, man. Where are you at? I need to message him. Hop on the stream. Joseph Burton says, I've been finding packages take about a month for my packages. Okay. All right. Nice. So there you go. Joseph Burton says packages are about a month. But that is, right now with all the Black Friday and the Thanksgiving sales and all the Cyber Monday stuff, China Post is going to be even more heavily hit. Oh, Joseph Burton, I also hate typing on a tablet. Yeah, it just doesn't work for me. Even this, I definitely need to figure out like a little better setup. This is my fun little like portable mini keyboard that I've got going to the streaming computer. And as much as I actually really love this, it does make it a little hard to punch stuff out. But works in a pinch when I can't easily get like a laptop and stuff. So actually, I've got a laptop here, but not a keyboard and stuff for the other things. So I'm gonna have to, if I do this tea gaming stream thing, I'm gonna have to have like a little bit better setup going. Maybe like a actual table with a portable Gong Fu table on it or something like that. We'll work it out. Something a little bit more comfortable. Gong Fu game and chill. Mr. Remakes, you made it. Thank you for joining. Excuse me. Mr. Remake says, to be honest, I drink tea while gaming all the time. I have to have my tea table next to my computer. See, there you go. But you just got to be careful not to get the tea onto the computer. So you got to be very careful. Or just waterproof it. I'm drinking your cup.
You're getting
tea drunk. I'm tea drunk. It is. It's almost tea midnight here. Look at that. We've been going for 2 hours now. Roxanne says, I always knew Llama was the brains behind the tea. No offense, Glenn. Yeah, no, I mean, she absolutely is.
I took all the credit.
Absolutely is. And like, you know, with like now that we've got kids now, you know, when people are like, oh my gosh, your children are so beautiful and smart. And like, I tell them that, you know, like they got their brains from Llama and their beauty from my wife.
Thank you, Glenn. Thank you. I think
no qualms about that. John says, just pretend that you didn't order anything, otherwise you'll go insane. Yeah, if you sit there and like refresh and try and figure out like where your package is, you will torture yourself. The real trick, and this is what professional tea customers do. Just make an order every 3 weeks, and then you'll just always get a package of tea every 3 weeks. Just order something every 3 weeks, order something every month, and then just forget you ordered it. And then it's basically like it's your own micro tea club. That's what it is. Works out well. That's just always be ordering tea, and then you'll always be getting packages.
Those monthly membership will be a little tricky, right? Now it took a month, so you can.
Yeah, the monthly memberships are
a month ahead.
Yeah, the monthly memberships are probably doing. You know, we've looked into the monthly membership, the club-based stuff. We've had some interesting ideas. I mean, a lot of people ask us about like doing a club, and I don't really want to just have a club just to have a club. I want to have something that would actually significantly give people something that was actually of actual value. I mean, I don't mean that other ones don't have value, but just a different perspective. I don't really want to be more noise in the monthly tea club world. We've had some really interesting ideas about some things that we could do, but we've just never had the. It takes an incredible amount of time to actually put together like a well thought out, you know, like functioning tea club. And at this point in time, it would, or in the past, it would have would take away from our core business. And so we still play around with some ideas. I still have some really interesting ideas. Some things might work out in the future if I can get all of the pieces kind of like set up ahead of time, and we can kind of like plan the club out a year ahead. We can make it work. Got some fun ideas, but it's actually a lot of work. It's a lot of work to put together an actual like a valid like tea club that people can get excited about. Jake says, how about those 519 orders?
Oh yeah.
Worst day ever. If you guys don't know, we lost more than 200 orders in one day at China Post in Shanghai.
No, yeah, just like all the order, I think after late March,
right?
April,
yeah.
May, everything
there was a big,
in May 19.
There was a big queue of orders that got out of, like a month and a half worth of orders that just kept piling up, and then got like a notice like, hey, Shanghai 519 left. They're just gone.
Yeah.
They're gone forever gone.
I think May 19 probably every tea company will feel bad when you heard that word.
Yeah, 519. Horrible.
That's really good. And China Post don't do anything. They said they don't know.
Yeah, China Post just kicked us to the curb about that. I think they just
don't care.
Yeah.
But there is so much package.
Sockbird says those 519 packages are gone. Yeah, it's cheaper for China Post just to get rid of them. That's my pet theory. That's my conspiracy theory.
But even get rid of them would took a lot of time and energy to find a place.
I know. I think they probably just dug a hole. They just buried them.
So bad.
Maybe they just put a lock on that warehouse. Probably cheaper to build a new warehouse than it was to actually just do it. Jillian Smiling Jaws says, Lamu, you are amazing.
Oh, thank you.
And you too, Glenn. All right, thank you. Thank you for saying that.
So
Jake says, Sockbird, yep. Essence of Tea finally issued refunds after 7 months. Painful for people in the tea biz. You just don't know. You just don't know how painful it is. It's been a really tough year. But we have a fairly affordable insurance option now. So if you guys are ordering teas and you want to have it fully insured, just tack on the insurance, and it works. It works out pretty good.
Yeah.
John says, agreed. It's nice when the club offers things that you can't just buy on the site, but I'm guessing people who do clubs like that treat it as more of a passion project. Yeah, it absolutely is, and we'll get a club out eventually, but it is a lot of work to make something that's more than just tea in a box every month.
Yeah, and I hope we can be back China soon.
Mr. Remake says a lot of wineries do subscription release parties where their subscribers get a cake of new releases. You could do something like that. Sure. $5,000 Crimson Lotus Tea Release Club. Just go ahead and just pay me that, and I'll send you one of every tea that comes out. Actually, I had joked about
no fun.
I had joked about a tea table of the month club where every single month you just got a new tea table. The joke was that it was relatively easy to get into the club, but getting out of the club was a very complicated set of rules that it's like a timeshare. You'd have to have specific companies designed just to get through the legal framework of getting out of a Crimson Lotus tea table of the month club.
Yeah.
But that is an interesting idea, Mystery Makes. I'll have to I'll look into some of those. It'd be fun to offer something extra like that for the Crimson Lotus Tea Plus Club, Crimson Lotus Tea Clan.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Just need to plan ahead. Try lots of teas.
Oh, John says hearing those stories is pretty heartbreaking. Yeah. I know, it's pretty heartbreaking. But if you guys caught the last stream, I did have one bit of success finding a bunch of lost packages that were lost on the USPS side actually, and actually did finally work through all of the legal bureaucracy of the United States Postal Service to figure out where they lost a bunch of packages. So I'm kind of excited that actually worked out, because that never ever works out on the China side. They just don't even care. Hardly anybody there can actually answer the phone, or if they answer the phone, they're just somebody that just like works in some shop down the street or something. They've got no actual say or connection, stuff like that. So USPS is actually pretty decent from a customer service perspective, even if there's not much they can do sometimes.
Yeah, and then this year is the first time we have a customer purchase a Gongfu to go. Yeah. And when he opened the box, it's actually random. Right. So get this, guys. This is the first time this has happened to us. This was probably one of the most disgusting things I've ever seen. So this customer sends me a picture, and they're like, "Yeah, so I got your Gongfu to go in the mail. Like, I was really excited to get it, but this is what was in the box." And they sent me pictures of a used tea brewer that clearly is not a Gongfu to go, and clearly was not something that we had put into the box. And so basically somebody at customs on the China side pulled the Gongfu to go out of the box, and they took the tea brewer that they had on their table right there and put it in there with tea water and tea in it. And then a month and a half later, when it arrived to the customer, it had all completely molded. And it was just like this really old, like tea brewer anyways. It was just nasty and disgusting. And then she's just like, "Really? Like, this is it? This is what you guys are shipping to me?" And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, like, I am so sorry." Like, that was definitely not us. We messaged China Post, and China Post is like, "Do you think the customer did that?" And we said, "No, look, there's Chinese literally on that tea cup." And
then they were like, it happened in U.S. Customs. Like, no, it did not. There's nobody in U.S. Customs is sitting around with a Chinese tea brewer. I guarantee you.
It was, but at least that person probably really loved tea, and
so bad. Yeah. So there's somebody in China Customs that's rocking a sweet Gongfu to go right now.
Good night, Jack.
Jake is out. Yeah. Jake, thanks for the proper session, man. Have a good one. I guess it's 11:30, man. It's getting late. Awesome, Jake. Thanks for joining and having tea with us. It's good to see you on the stream. Sockbird says, signed up for the Columbia House tea table subscription. 12 tables for 1 cent. Ruined my credit when you quit paying after a few months. Yeah, that's the trick, man. I used to get suckered into all those like magazine of the month clubs and CD of the month club. Man, those things are all, computer technical book of the month club. It would take you forever to try and like figure out how to get off of those subscriptions. Yeah, Mr. Remakes, it's awful. Like, how awful is that? Like, you finally, like 2 months later, get this gorgeous tea brewer in the mail that you're super excited about, and you open it up, and it's just like some crappy, like all metal tea brewer with like rotting cheap Longjing in it. Yeah. So bad. This so
year,
gross.
Everything's
I was just shocked. Like that. I was just like, I didn't even know what to say. I felt so bad. I mean, like, the lady was actually really nice about it because, I mean, she realized it wasn't us, but I was just like, I'm so sorry. It's like, thankfully I had inventory of them here and like shipped her out like a replacement right away, but I was just like, so bad, so bad.
I hope the China Post will find out who that person is. Because that person loves tea and use that tea. Yeah,
it shouldn't be too hard to find out who that person is. There can't be that many people with the Gong Fu to go at Chinese customs, right?
True.
Just walk through Chinese customs and figure out who has like a tea brewer that doesn't look like anybody else's tea brewer.
What if it's a big boss?
Yeah, who knows? Oh, Lucy, yeah, you grabbed a Gong Fu to go at the tea festival. That was smart. You can take it out, check it, inspect it. We've been selling a decent number of the Gong Fu to go. I've got a couple boxes of it here in Seattle, so I'll probably be doing some Gong Fu to go and tea promotions in the next couple weeks. So if you guys have any relatives, friends, family who wants a fun tea brewer and some tea, we'll be doing some little tea and tea brewer discount combined packages. Man, this tea is so smooth.
No bitter, no astringent.
You can brew this tea as hard as you want, and it just takes it. It's such a mellow tea. Really nice.
It's very like the late steep of the memorial.
It does. Late memorial steeps. You're right. Absolutely.
Yeah, so good wood show pu'er does have potential to taste like a Shen age because that's a goal, right?
We outbrewed Roxanne. Well, it's 2:30. It's 2:30 in the morning there. Just calling in the night as well. Love you guys. Thank you for hosting this. Can't wait for the next session. Enjoy the rest of the night. Thank you so much for joining us, Roxanne.
Nice to have tea with you.
This is awesome, and I'm glad she actually helped with the recommendations. So help me pick what teas to get today. So you guys say thank you to Roxanne. Yeah, thank you so much for joining us. I'll see you on Instagram. If you guys, I don't know, you can put your Instagram thing on there, Roxanne, if you want to. But she posts the best tea photography and videos and stuff. She's got a really nice like tea tasting setup in her home. And love your pictures. Thank you for joining us, Roxanne. Tea Wizard also. All right, you guys, we're out steeping everybody. Awesome, man. Yeah, have a good night. Thank you for joining the tea stream. What are we at? Oh yeah, we're at we're 2 hours plus. I think this is the longest tea stream we've done.
Yeah.
Well, we'll keep steeping through the Old Warrior for a little bit. See if anybody else wants to hang on and just see where it goes.
I'm just wondering, did you move the screen? Could you move a little left?
What did I do?
You probably touched the mouse or something. I don't know.
Did I touch something here?
I don't know, but you can go to the bottom, move it left.
Oh,
it's fine.
Yeah, I don't think I really need to, but
okay.
We'll just see how it goes. I mean, yeah, there's still 26 people on.
Maybe it's morning for somebody over.
Yeah, probably. Is there anybody connect in from Europe? They can turn Midnight Tea Club into a Good Morning Tea Club, Sunday morning tea club.
It's almost 5 o'clock in China, 5 p.m. afternoon.
5 p.m. in China, nice. No, it's nice. That's one of the great things about having an international tea business, and the internet brings everybody together, regardless of time zone and everything. Piaki says, look forward to a game and tea stream. Thanks for the help. Have a good one. Yeah, thank you so much for joining. You're welcome to email us questions if you want. crimsonlotustea@gmail.com if you have any questions about tea. Or check out the Discord chat. Get in there and see what's going on. You'll make a lot of new friends. Rice Boy staying strong. Got some milk oolong in my veins. Nice. Good call.
Yummy.
Oh yeah, man, this tea is. I see what that. Yeah. Like drinking silk. It's really good way to describe it.
Yeah. Add to the
Dirk is from Belgium. Just awake. Family member. Gotcha. Family member lives in California. Can you recommend any tea festivals in the States? Well, there are no real tea festivals right now because of the COVID.
But otherwise, California, I think they have their tea festival.
Right. California, there's a decent one in San Francisco. I think there's one in the LA area. Portland's not too far up. We've got some Californian customers that come up for the Portland Tea Festival. And if they really wanted to, the Northwest Tea Festival, not too far up out of California. You could have like about a 90-minute flight from Bay Area into Seattle for the Northwest Tea Festival, hang around for a couple days.
How about the first tea shop you had at Gongfu Tea?
If they're looking for really interesting tea shops in the Bay Area, Hidden Peak Tea House is a pretty nice place to go. I don't know if any of these are open right now with all the COVID and stuff like that. So hopefully next year we'll get everything worked out with the coronavirus and all that stuff. We'll be able to have tea festivals again. But yeah, pretty much all the tea festivals were canceled this year. But yeah, you can put them in touch with us, and there's some pretty decent, pretty fun little festivals to be had if pandemic permitting. All right. Rice Boy must be in our time zone. It's 11:40. He must be down in California, Oregon, Washington, LA.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Stop. I'm in LA. Nice. Yeah. Have you gone into any of the Rice Boy? Have you gone to any of the tea festivals? Any like the LA Tea Festival or anything like that? I remember seeing one, and then also
Portland Tea Festival.
Portland Tea Festival is really nice. You got World Tea Festival over in Vegas, but that's a little bit more industry focused.
I think
it's not really
quite pricey to go.
It's pretty pricey as well. So
I think they probably facing more to the vendor if they want to purchase tea from direct suppliers.
Yeah, the World Tea Festival is a big thing, but like I said, I think it's more vendor focused and pricey. Yeah, this tea's great. This tea's really nice. This is
smooth.
It's really smooth. It's really mellow. You can just brew it as hard as you want too.
I like the aroma.
Yeah, so do I. It's really nice. Just the leaves.
It's actually super easy to break this tea.
This tea's hardly compressed, which is really nice. It makes it easy to open.
While I was break this tea, I found a big tea seed.
Oh, there's a big giant tea seed in this when I saw it.
Mm-hmm. You never know what you can find.
It's hot. It's hot. Just careful.
Okay. Good. Try my best.
Rice Boy has not. The second this coronavirus ends, I'm there. Yeah, the tea festivals are a lot of fun. You know, tea's such a great social thing, and I'm not really big on the whole like festival scene for most stuff. I don't like a little antisocial in some ways, but tea festivals are fun. They're just a lot of fun. You just get a cup, you walk around, you drink tea with people, you meet people, you talk about tea, and it's fun. Let's get a little bit more water in here if we can. Thanks. John says, can you comment on your special sauce? I've wondered about it since you've kept it quite mysterious on the site. That's kind of the point. It's Jingmai material, and it's one of the first blends that we started putting together. I just kind of wanted to capture what is like the high-end Jingmai experience, some of the kind of like the best of the best of the best of what we get into what we find in Jingmai. You know, on the lower end, the opposite end of the spectrum, we've got Jingmai Love or Honey Bomb, which are kind of like our budget, super affordable Jingmai teas. But there's such a range of experience to be had in Jingmai, and special sauce is like me just trying to put together all of what I really enjoyed, all the best, like farms and villages.
Yeah, and I think that one blend with some aged Jingmai. So aged Jingmai have very unique taste. So that tea will give you like what Jingmai can provide.
Yeah, it's a multi-year blend, so it automatically has some more honey strength to it. But the special sauce, it's really good. It's a really good tea. I don't think we've actually we haven't done it in a couple years.
I think we did it last year, 2 years ago.
Maybe did it last year or 2 years. I think there might still be a little bit of it in the site. Dirk says, any pass? I don't know. I don't know what else you were trying to say. John says, nice. I do love Jingmai. Jingmai, so do I. Jingmai. It's hard to find a bad tea in Jingmai. Jingmai's just really good stuff. It's because of the people in Jingmai. They really care for the plants. They care for the tea gardens.
They really respect the tea gardens.
Deeply respect the tea gardens. Everything about Jingmai is about respect, and they respect the environment. They respect quality. They respect their reputation.
I think when it's not too far away from Monghai, and you drive from Monghai to Jingmai. it feel like a different world because I feel like Monghai just governments don't really care about their environment or something. It's just a little dirty.
Yeah, it's a different county.
Yeah.
County government's very big in China.
Once you drive to the Jingmai Lantang area, the road is beautiful. Everything is clean. Everything arranged so well. And if you go to Jingmai, like beautiful mountains.
Sockbert wants us to do a Mengku special sauce.
We do have Mengku.
We
50
do.
gram.
I know. Yeah, Sockbert's got a bunch of them. He blends it with ginger. That'd be a Mengku special sauce. It's just sliced ginger in the cake. Lucy loves Midas Touch. Midas Touch is actually also really good stuff.
Yeah. Do we still have the oldest Midas Touch? I haven't drunk that for years.
We have a number of 2016 and 2017 Midas Touch cakes downstairs. We could do a little Midas Touch live stream one of these days.
Yeah.
What do you like about Midas Touch, Lucy? There we go. I did get the chance to. If any of you tasted, I made a couple kilos of my own Jingmai tea. I actually picked the tea myself, processed it myself, did all the different steps, and sold it as Mao Chai. It was interesting. Filmed a whole video about the process of me actually like making the tea. It's tough. It's tough to make your own tea, the roasting and all of that. If any of you got a chance to actually try like my tea. Let me know, because we didn't sell too much of it. It's probably final production was like less than a kilo.
You produced you pick leaves, then produce it's very not that much.
Wasn't that much.
After cure grains, not that much.
You know, you sit there and pick like 3 kilos of tea, and you end up with like 500 grams of tea. So I really don't. We only sold like 10, 50 grams.
To roast it. It looks easy, but actually.
Sockbert preferred Jingmai Love to Midas Touch. Yeah, I can see that. Jingmai Love is good. It's a good blend. It's a really nice balance.
Yeah, I think Midas Touch maybe not blend as many area as Jingmai Love because Jingmai Love blend with a couple of different villages. Yeah.
Midas Touch is a little bit more single garden focused, but Jingmai Love is balanced around all of Jingmai.
Yeah.
Lucy says her Midas Touch has hit a sweet creaminess. It's really good. It's cozy. Nice. I like that. That sounds nice.
Nice. Yeah, the thing about I like Jingmai is regardless how you brew it, you cannot brew wrong.
Yeah, Jingmai's really good stuff. Always enjoy any opportunity we have to get out to Jingmai. If you guys are curious about Jingmai and you haven't watched any of it, we've got a handful of videos from Jingmai where we go through the actual checkpoint where they take all the tea out of your car because you're not allowed to bring tea into Jingmai. We go through the Jingmai checkpoints. We show a lot of the. It's a long road. It's a long road getting up to the actual Jingmai mountains. The larger Jingmai growing area is fairly large, but the good stuff is all way up at the top. The top villages up at the top. That is quite a long drive on a dirt road to get up there. I mean, it's kind of like a cobblestone-ish, but it's still basically a dirt road. It's not paved, but it's fine. They don't really need to pave it. But they do a lot of cobblestone stuff in China, which is fine until they bring the big trucks over there, and the big trucks just basically push the cobblestones down. And now you got like this big like rutted stone road. It makes it really hard to drive. If it's just a regular car, you kind of have to drive off to the side where your wheels are on the raised up parts, or you're gonna just like rip out the bottom end of your car. Sockbert says that makes sense. I've always liked blends more than single estate teas, generally speaking. Yeah, there's something to that. The ability to kind of balance out the experience. It's the same thing with even a lot of like blended wines or blended scotches, blended alcohols and things like that. You can create something. Hopefully, I mean that's the idea of a blend. Is hopefully you actually are creating something that's greater than the sum of its parts.
Yeah, I think that's also an issue right now because product gets so popular. So they've been doing lots of single tray, but use those single tray will be blended into the gushu, so that they took those single tray out. So now the gushu maybe tastes not as good as before because of all the best thing they took it out.
Yeah.
So there's lots of factors impact how the tea tastes like.
That's interesting. Yeah, you're right. Zealousy says, don't like Jingmai in general, but the higher grade Jingmai elemental balls were quite good. It's okay. That's really good. That's probably, when we started selling Planet Jingmai, that was the very first time when I was just like, wow, this is like really good. And I think it was like, your mom had actually gotten those for us originally. So Lemma's mom worked at a minority book publishing company, and so she got to spend a lot of time working in remote areas, helping people to actually like put their own books and thoughts and culture into print. And so she worked a lot. She got to actually spend a lot of time in remote areas working direct with the indigenous cultures and minorities. And after we started our tea business, that actually helped us out because she was able to keep an eye out for the stuff. And so she was actually the one who introduced us to some of these people in Jingmai originally, because she was out there to help them write some books, publish and print some books. And so she brought back like a whole bunch of different teas and stuff. And, I was just like, oh, okay, all right, that's nice. Like, thanks, Mom, thanks for helping out. And then one day I just kind of like sat down, I took one of those little tea balls, put it into a pot, and I was just like, whoa, oh my gosh, Mamu, so like, wait, this is really good. And then I was just like, hey, wait, Mom, where did you say this? Where did you say this farmer was? Like, we need to definitely get a little bit more water in there. I always top it up. We need to definitely get access to that. And so we went and bought all the rest of the tea balls he had, wrapped it up, and that was our Planet Jingmai, one of our first tea ball releases. And the current elemental Jingmai is exactly that same material, and it's good. It is so good. But like, give it 1, 2, 3, or 4 years to just kind of like age, and that tea just gets better and better and better. It's just such a good tea. Such a good tea. Miggity Mac, good night, you crazy kids. Gotta go eat Nando's. All right, man. Thank you so much for joining us on the stream. Really appreciate that. It's good to see you. Good to see you on the tea stream.
Yeah, feels like we're drinking it together.
It does feel like we're drinking tea together. We'll tell you what, I think I'll do one long, nice, big last steep of this. Put it at boiling, steep it strong, and then we'll probably call it good. 2.5 hour tea stream or something like that. I think it's a record. If anybody's actually like watching this like after the fact, the recorded streams, it's probably easier to watch it after the fact. You can run it at like 2x speed and in the background. Just,
now I get used to like a 2x. Otherwise, it's so slow.
Yeah, I listen to everything on 2x now, unless it's my favorite YouTube channels. Then I figure that they're actually like worth putting it at.
Do they have like make it even slower?
1.5 or something like that. Dirk says, "Is there any opportunity to join you on a tea trip in Yunnan?" It's tough. In the past, we've taken smaller groups of people, just like 1 or 2 around. They were like like personal friends and things like that. But it is tough. It's a lot of work to really like wrangle all of those details. We've thought about doing some like tea tours and stuff, but it's a full business itself. And generally, like when we're there.
But we would be happy to meet people like Kunming or Mohai for a day or something.
Yeah.
But for trip, it's just so much work. Especially now we have 2 kids. Just so much work. If
you actually end up being in Yunnan during the spring and we're there, we would love to hang out with you and have tea.
We have a warehouse there, so we will have people over for tea.
We've got a nice little tea tasting setup. We even do like Friday movie nights with like Gung Fu and movies. Set up like some little movies on the screen and have some people over. It's a lot of fun.
There's lots of foreigner come to Yunnan. They don't speak English at all. They just bring the phone, and they don't
speak any English?
They don't speak any Chinese.
They don't speak any Chinese?
They just really love tea, then they decided to explore.
It's like I said, it's a little tricky doing actual like trips with people. Because right now our core business is like sourcing the teas and working on the production, and so it takes a great amount of time out of that to actually like manage a trip and finding restaurants and hotels and things.
We work every day.
We work every day. Like the hardest time we work is when we're actually in Yunnan. People think it's like, oh, it's amazing. You go out there and do all this stuff. It's like it's work. Like we work the absolute hardest, and we stay there usually 3 months to 3.5 months, and we are working nonstop, like every single day, and it is it is a lot of it's a lot of work
to find a tea, purchase, then factory, everything just takes so much time.
All that stuff, and then like traveling around, and then like right now, like we had to upgrade to like a larger vehicle because now we got like 2 kids, and then we actually have like a kind of like a nanny that goes with us, and so now we've already got like 5 people in the vehicle, and we get more people in there. Just makes it tough. But I think there are some companies that do actual like tea tours in Yunnan and Yunnan travel tours, and it's not cheap. Like 1 week, $5,000 is usually around the prices that I see, and that's if we actually did run something like that, it'd probably have to be somewhere around that price as well. But if you've ever, Yunnan itself is actually fairly easy to travel if you've got an adventurous spirit and the ability to translate
and
Chinese.
People are usually very friendly and nice.
People usually,
as long as you have the internet. And now you can use the phone to transfer, and then you will be okay.
Yep. Yeah. If you can go over there, you got a phone. You can do your translate in Chinese. You got an adventurous spirit. Figure out how to do the buses and things. You can get nearly anywhere. You can go to. It's very easy to get to the tea markets in Kunming. You just walk around all day, just like sit down and have tea with all the different vendors. You can make it not too hard to get down to Munghai and Zishuangbana yourself. You could go down there in spring. Just walk into any tea shop, literally any tea shop that's open, and you'll just make friends. And it's really you can definitely make your own adventure out of it. But it's a fun place. It's a fun place to visit in spring. I tell you what, like Munghai town, like in spring at the peak of the tea season, it's like spring break for tea people. It's crazy. It's a party town. Like they never stop all night long.
There are lots of foreigners in Munghai now. They're not from America, maybe Russian, Germany. Just like it's a pretty feel like international town. Yeah,
it does. And there's it's even you even have a lot of the tea people from around China all come to Munghai, and they set up Munghai in their base for like the 2 or 3 weeks when they're doing all of their tea production and stuff like that. And it's yeah, it's a party town. The big tea bosses of all the big tea shops around China, they leave their wives at home to run the business, and then they go, and it's definitely has a freedom party mode there. A lot of drinking, a lot of karaoke, a lot of partying, and a lot of tea. Really, really, really awesome tea. Oh, this is nice. This was a fun session. I think we are hitting the end of this tea. Probably a perfect time.
Yep.
It's about just hit actually 12 o'clock here. I'm gonna take this tea energy, and I'm gonna go downstairs. I'm gonna pack up a bunch of tea orders and get them out to everybody for their Black Friday sales. If you guys haven't bought anything from the site, everything is 15% off right now, and with the code BFCM2020, orders of $50 or more, and there's a lot of really good stuff, a lot of fun new apparel on the site, hoodies, artwork, and leggings, and all sorts of cool stuff, and artwork like we've got on the walls here behind us. A lot of fun stuff on the site. What else we got here?
Good morning.
DJ Pasta Real One. Good morning from Vienna, Austria. Starting the day with CLT live in the Tyson fight. Is there a Tyson fight? Tell me about the Tyson fight. I don't know. Am I missing some fight? Do I need to be watching?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll check it out. Let me know what fight's going on. I like watching some fights. I didn't think. Are you talking about Mike Tyson? Is he fighting tonight? I'm completely out of the loop. Sorry guys. I would love to watch a Tyson fight. John says he's about to get a cake of intrigue. Dude, intrigue is good, man. Intrigue is. I think intrigue really lives up to the story that we built around that tea. Very, very interesting. Tyson versus Jones fight. All right, man. Shoot, I'm getting off this stream now. I'm gonna go watch the Tyson versus Jones. I mean, how does everybody know?
Oh, everybody knows.
Everybody, even of course Lucy does. Lucy's like a little MMA fighter. Hey, you know what I realized the other day? Like Gemma literally has MMA in her name. GEMMA. Maybe she's gonna grow up to be a little MMA fighter. She already wants to be a bounty hunter. Like, how cool is that? That's my girl. That's my girl. DJ Pasta Real One. Send me a link, crimsonlotustea at gmail.com. I can't get a link in the stream here. crimsonlotustea at gmail.com. I'll check it out, and I'll I'll watch the fight while I'm working on packing orders.
Don't get too angry.
No, I'm not gonna get angry, guys. I really appreciate you all tuning into the stream. This was a lot of fun. I think I'm probably gonna cut it here. Apparently, I got a fight to watch. No, this was cool. I'm gonna work on getting the internet just a little bit better. I think. Yeah, seriously, Mr. Remakes. Like, if you ask her, like, what do you want to be when you grow up? And she's like, I'm gonna be a bounty hunter. She's like,
yeah.
She loves Boba Fett. It's my girl. My girl, what can I say? I don't think she really even knows what a bounty hunter is yet, but she knows that bounty hunters are Boba Fett, and she wants to be Boba Fett.
Proud of her.
It's my girl. Gets me right here every single time. Yes, no, this was awesome. I really appreciate everybody tuning in. This is it's a lot of fun. I really enjoy these sessions, and I thank everybody for joining in. Sorry if the stream's a little bit laggy. I'm going to get a direct network connection, and we'll probably be able to take care of some of those issues. And yeah, John, yeah, glad you're doing these here on YouTube. Easier than watching them on the phone and Instagram. Yeah, I enjoy the Instagram thing. It was fun. It was a nice community, but it's really hard. It's really hard to run those sessions on Instagram with like the phone sitting here, and otherwise it's got to be there. This setup is much better, and it'll actually work if I switch over into tea and gaming, which I think will be a lot of fun. So yes, Lucy, thank you too for joining. GJ Pasta Real One, everybody, so awesome. Really enjoy everybody coming on and joining us, and this was great. And we'll do more of these, so you guys have fun and keep steeping or whatever. I need some like catchphrase, some closing catchphrase.
Happy steeping.
Happy steeping. Is that what I did?
That's what we did before.
Happy steeping. All right, you guys have a good one. Thank you so much.